I hope I don't get striped flooring ever again.
I hope you get
It's terrible.
I could bring you something that's not striped at least.
It is actually terrible.
I hope you get clay as your first villager.
I mean,
weird.
I won't be against it.
Todd doesn't absolutely hate clay.
Hey man, he played music with him. Clay's pretty cool.
He's
Todd
alright.
hates hamsters.
He's
He's
his
racist.
least favorite, but he doesn't hate.
Still moving out of my town, but
If he was given a gun with
Still
one bullet and he had to
moving
if he was given a gun with one bullet and he had to shoot one of his villagers, it'd probably be Clay.
I'd shoot him in the head, but I'd smile at him before I did it.
I'd say thank you as I pulled the trigger. I really enjoyed playing music with you in the square.
How?
I want Boots the alligator.
Why is he Boots? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This fucking. They have a bunch of morbid shit under this game's fucking core.
He's
I have
Boots.
2 questions.
Fucking pockets.
No, they're actual questions.
Okay.
One of them is how rare are barred knife jaws?
5K.
Okay, so I'll just
Sell
hold
for
on to.
5K, pretty damn rare.
Yeah, they're
I'll
good.
hold on to them.
They're good to sell.
But he needs to donate.
Oh yeah, he needs to donate. Yeah.
I need to first time donate a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
second is how do I get rid of my food aside from hitting rocks?
Stumps. Try to or trees. You uproot a tree, plant it. Because if you shovel out a tree, it'll consume a food.
Oh, it has to be a
Yeah,
tree, not a
so-
trunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could also take a shit.
You can also take a shit.
Yeah.
You can actually.
I don't have access to.
Come on
Uh,
over.
Yeah.
or-
Come on.
Just don't destroy the
I'll
bathroom.
just go and dig up a tree real quick.
Shit in that hole.
And shit now.
I only have 1 food. I don't need to get rid of 2.
Is that how we start off the episode? Just talking about what we're doing in Animal Crossing?
Yes.
That's what we're probably talking about the whole episode.
Pretty much.
You know,
Or
you
we
know
can cut
us.
it up.
We talk about poop all the time. We're poopy boys.
Hey, everybody poops. Have you read that
Not
book?
me.
What, you don't poo?
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope. Just stays in there.
Ugh.
Doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And you drink coffee.
And I drink coffee.
God damn.
And make some of it come out.
So, do people tell you that you're full of shit?
Yeah. All the time.
What? What? They call him brown for a reason.
yeah, I guess.
I hear it from my mom every fucking day. Every time I go out there and say some fucking dumb shit.
While she's in the middle of class.
You're full of shit.
In front of her students. She tells all her students to write a report on how full of shit.
My mom has a date. You're full of shit.
Yeah, my mom always makes that but that's why you got brown eyes joke.
Oh god.
It's kind of getting old, honestly. Anywho,
That's the first
Back-
time I heard it.
back
and
to the
it's pretty
podcast.
old.
Yes, back to the podcast. Before it gets full of shit in here, but anyway, this is how we start the episode. Welcome to episode 106. Finally, a little late on this one, so I will apologize on our behalf. Just some technical difficulties, but I guess you can say we were taking a little bit of a respected COVID-19 break. I guess you can say.
we're delayed.
We were delayed due to quarantine reasons.
Postponed.
Yeah.
Really? None of us leave the house. Anyways.
We're not gonna talk about how some of us just fell asleep, and we'll just say that we were delayed.
Yes.
No, okay.
There was definitely a delay going on, of sorts.
Futon delay.
Futon delay. It was definitely a quarantine reasons.
Fishing.
Quarantine in the futon. There's a lockdown. There was a lockdown in the and we had to stay in our futons. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have definitely quite a bit to talk about, including Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, and Nioh, and fighting games, and a lot of canceled stuff, and stuff delayed. So that'll be all packed into one little bundle of goodness. I am joined by. Oh, is he gone? Oh, never mind. I thought he put. I thought Todd went to go poo. Anyway.
Not so.
Not yet.
It hasn't hit me yet.
I thought it hit you like 3 times, but then went away.
Dude, it's like my stomach doesn't know what the fuck it wants to do.
Wants to catch more barred knife jaws.
That it does know what it wants to do.
So anyway, while I grab a certain something, so let's start this off with our former president of Nintendo of America, Reggie fails on me, joins the board of directors in a company that's probably something you wouldn't think of, and you probably don't want to think of.
That's not good at trade-ins.
Yeah. Who thinks they are a essential business at
Not anymore. That ship's already sailed.
I know, but I was trying to say that it was GameStop. So they thought, I mean, and of course, there's a different story about that they thought that they were saying or referring to themselves that they're a essential business for video games. I think several states ordered, or not. Well, I mean, there are a number of states that ordered them to, close down for the time being. But a number of them said, "Oh, hey, we're pretty essential to the quarantine life. We gotta sell those video games to those people who are locked down." But that didn't fly, so that's why. That was the drama that went down. But yeah, anyway, Reggie hasn't officially joined GameStop just yet, but I think in April that will get going officially. So yeah, who knows? Who knows what GameStop will become once Reggie joins the board. So
It's just a board of directors, though. It's not like he's actually gonna have a bunch of like actual influence.
right.
Like he'll have influence, but he's not like. A lot of people are painting him as like, oh, he's the new president of GameStop. He's gonna change everything. No, he's.
Oh no,
like,
yeah.
not how it works, man.
I mean, hope
It's gonna
something.
change everything.
Now I can get a job at GameStop because
Now I
Reggie
can
runs
go
the
to
business.
GameStop to buy stuffed animals.
Sick, dude. I can buy a flesh of Reggie Fils-Aimé's fucking head.
Now I can buy a toilet
Nice.
at GameStop.
Yeah, I don't know what significance it will actually have upon him, like just being there.
I feel like I feel like this is actually a his decision thing because I don't think he needed it, but I feel like it's like he wants to contribute to games somehow, and I guess this was a way to do it without having to
Do much
be
or
part of Nintendo
yeah.
because he was kind of the face a lot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
That company sucks dick, so I mean hopefully Hawk's not sponsored.
Are you sponsored by GameStop, huh?
what? How would GameStop have the money?
I totally don't
Never
have
mind.
this contract right here with GameStop's name on here that I'm not about to sign, but then you just said
Why
that.
would you sign a GameStop? Do they even have the money to pay?
Well, I mean,
They don't even have the
You better read the fine print because
I
it
don't have the
says
money to
like
pay
we'll
my
pay you like
employees.
but
fucking
I get extra.
$10,000
I get
in
extra.
store credit.
I get extra.
they
Yeah,
can't
it's,
even pay you in power up rewards.
I get extra. It says that I get extra credit when I trade in stuff, though. So
That's not.
yeah.
You're gonna get
What
double the
percent extra
pocket limit.
credit?
Hey, Bard Knife Jaw. Yeah, anyways, I don't think
Anyway,
I don't know if it's gonna really do anything. I feel like he's a good influencer, so we'll
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, we'll see. So let's head into the some of the COVID-19 related stuff. So, but well, something to lead into the CPT, which is Capcom Pro Tour. So thought this was funny because I'm just gonna read the rules when it comes to costumes. So I'm just gonna go all the way down here, and these were the costumes that were banned for the tournament or throughout the Pro Tour. So a lot of these are like, you know, the Mega Man costumes, and then you got this stupid Blanca costume right here, and then what is?
It's not stupid, dude. Come on. That's awesome.
A lot of people think that way though.
Do they? Fuck them.
Wait, so why are the costumes banned?
So a lot of these costumes they say are kind of confusing to look at when you're like in a
Distracting.
They're distracting, yeah. Cause so like for example, this costume right here is kind of infamous right now because you would think the face would be right here where the Nergigante head is, but it's actually right around. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's where this like the neck area is.
Yeah, you see like the mesh
Mm-hmm.
on like the lower neck.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the actual head is.
I see.
Yeah. So it's things like that. They want to avoid that sort of confusion, so that's why they just outright ban these costumes. So like, you know, they think this is distracting the spirit or persona / stand, whatever the fuck it is in the back And this one is totally not confusing.
It hurts my eyes.
There's no way, dude. Dude, the pink one though. Have you seen the pink one?
The pink one of this?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, it fucking makes your eyes bleed.
It hurts my fucking eyes. It's like Infrared Scorpion from MKX all over again.
This Pyron costume right here that Gil has. And then the wings on this costume, Bison's costume.
What the fuck is that?
It's from.
Is that new?
It's from Ghosts and Goblins. It's a Ghosts and Goblins costume.
Is it new? Because I've never seen that.
It's kind of new. Kind of new. And then this costume, because when Necalli hits V trigger, when he transforms and stuff like that, his hair is like super bright, so it's like really distracting. So it's kind of similar to that of the Pyron costume right here. And then the pom-poms on Armika are very, very distracting or confusing. The Airman costume. And yeah, and then this costume was banned also with Urian's Gil costume because we already have Gil now. So it's like, you know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Confuse the opponent. And then unfortunately the Wesker costume is I guess banned too because of the cape part or the coat.
The trench coat.
The trench coat is like really distracting when it moves, I guess. So they banned that. This one is funny because Itobashi Zangief picked his costume for the sole reason because of the red because his V skill involves him turning red. So it's supposed to confuse the other person, so they kind of quite don't know if he's out of the V skill or not. So Itabashi kind of had that in mind, so that's why they banned that costume. Same with this one, he's red. Abigail's skill involves turning red. This one, Urian's this color on Urian's costume, and I'm not sure why these two are banned, but I imagine there's some sort of reason. So anyway, and then other colors got banned as well, but there are some kind of funny ones that that got banned for funny reasons. So anyway,
The Centurion one is probably like the helmet's too tall or some shit.
oh, probably, yeah. True, yeah. Yeah, I thought this was funny, so that's why. And then meanwhile we had more costumes coming for certain characters. It's gonna quickly get through these. So there was this weird looking musketeer looking costume for Gil. And then there was one more costume. Oh yeah, the Lucia costume. That was right here. And then the Champion's Choice costume hasn't come yet, but I guess it will come soon enough. So, as you ban costumes, you add more. But anyway, a little more important update for the netcode side of things. So Ono has reached out and pointed out that the netcode was, or the matchmaking was definitely a problem. A lot of people complain about that, so they try to make improvements about that, which basically should, in theory, match you up with people who are closest to you and stuff like that. So that'll, like, you know, obviously shorten the delay and stuff like that, and therefore your matches in theory should be improved in quality. So haven't tried it out personally myself, of course, because we've been busy with other games, but I hope for the best for anyone who's still, you know, playing Street Fighter and stuff like that, and hopefully it's overall an improvement. I've heard some good things about it so far, but it hasn't reached to a, like, a, you know, big verdict by any means, so I'm not too sure just yet. But it's good that they're addressing it, and there's also other certain fighting game that's trying to, you know, get away from the whole, like, old netcode sort of philosophy. So, but anyway, we'll get to that later. But we do have some unfortunate news when it comes to video game related stuff correlating with COVID-19, and the Capcom Pro Tour unfortunately had to cancel the first half, or at least take off the first half of the tournaments that were supposed to take place from the CPT, where, you know, you can get points and stuff like that. But obviously, you know, with the virus, they don't want to do that, so they don't want to, like, make players feel like, you know, they're obligated to get the points and all that stuff. So they took it off from the first half of it, unfortunately. So the tournaments aren't, like, officially canceled, but, you know, it kind of is leaning towards that way, you know. So they'll eventually have to be canceled, because probably the city that they're taking place in will probably tell them to, hey, don't hold this event or whatever. So yeah. Surprisingly, Evo is still going. They haven't officially canceled just yet, despite the whole situation. And some people, you know, are saying, like, oh, they should cancel and stuff like that. But there is something I personally want to clear up, because you can't just cancel a tournament just, like, outright, because you enter a contract with the company that you're, you know, that's providing the venue for you if you're ever organizing a tournament. So it's kind of like almost like you you know, renting out a Airbnb for the weekend, or you taking up.
They can if there's a pandemic.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Which it is. So they could just flat out just cancel it, like they've done every other convention.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna get to that. So if you just, like, cancel for whatever reason, so, like, oh, like, something happened or something came up, so, you know, we gotta cancel. But under those normal circumstances, you have to pay the fee because you took up space technically, or a slot for the venue for this time frame or whatever. So it's almost like, you know, like you getting a hotel room or something like that. So you have to pay a fee whenever you cancel that room, depending on which hotel you're staying in. But under special circumstances like this virus, like Josh said, yes, they can cancel, but it has to be written in the contract. That's the key thing. So I guess it all depends on.
Some events cannot get canceled unless it's, like, from the city that it's held in.
Yeah,
like,
so
they're actually not allowed to cancel, even if they wanted to.
Right. Yeah. That was, like, the next thing I was about to say. Like yeah. So basically, certain circumstances have to be met in order to for you to cancel your tournament without any fees involved. And if you do cancel under just normal circumstances, it's a big fee. So that's why a lot of tournaments don't get canceled easily. So they have to stick with it until those circumstances come into play, or the city comes in and say, hey, don't hold this tournament. Not gonna happen. So that's why that's basically why Evo hasn't been canceled yet, because I guess they want to be canceled through those circumstances, so that way they don't have to pay the fee or the money or whatever. So that is basically from my understanding, the basic reasons that's Evo is still going, I guess. So anyway, any comments about that? Any further comment before we move on?
Guess it's a good thing we weren't going to Evo this year.
Yeah, I know. we weren't planning to go to Evo, likely because other certain reasons, but I guess it was gonna turn out anyway, because there's that likelihood of being canceled anyway because of the situation right now. So funny how that kind of sort of played out. So but meanwhile, we know what's something that's canceled, and that's E3. It's such a big event for gamers across the board. Like, it's outright canceled. So obviously Jeff Keighley tweeted it out. E3 themselves, of course, followed suit, and it just finally happened. Like it wasn't a surprise, but it kind of is at the same time that they said it like this late, But I guess they really want to keep it going until they came to that decision. But I guess it worked out because like a lot of people were leaving from the whole E3 like staff, so something was going on behind the scenes. So maybe they just happened so like the coronavirus is around, so I guess now is a good time to kind of just cancel it altogether and plan it out for next year or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, who knows what really went down? And I thought I grabbed this tweet from Harada because I thought that kind of was sort of funny, because he says, "Wow, for the first time in about 10 or more years, I will spend my June 10th birthday in Japan, not Los Angeles," because E3 is canceled, and I guess he always celebrates his birthday at E3, I guess. So kind of interesting. More on the situation, or relating to the situation. Discord decided to up the limit on a lot of things, or a number of things, and also up their servers and stuff. They put out a statement correlating to that. So the live streaming feature, the screen sharing feature limit has been bumped up from 10 to 50 people. That's in response of the situation. So, they're trying to do their part on this whole quarantine life. So, people kind of stay inside, and people want to, show off their games or whatever. And I guess there's a lot of people, in this one server. So
I thought they specifically said it was for like people doing classes and stuff. At least that's what I thought it said. But I'm going off memory, and I could be remembering wrong.
Oh yeah. It says from keeping up with classes to working from home. So, yeah. A lot of this, a lot of people have uses for Discord. So like it's, whether it's just gaming, or doing classes, or a lot of like work related stuff like meetings and stuff like that. So so there are times where there are a lot of people at once, and you can't really screen share past 10 people. So that's why they they did that. So kudos to that. But unfortunately, I think at one point it seems like they were dying or something like that. A lot of their servers were getting clogged up or something like that.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like at the very beginning, I think it was like probably in the process of them like upgrading everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure. It from what I've seen, it was mostly like a an East Coast thing because our server, we change our server all the time. I think it was on the Eastern when it happened, and a lot of the Discord servers that I am a part of were not usable. Like the picture didn't even load, whereas the West Coast ones they work for the most part. But that's stuff that I don't exactly know. It's just from what I've seen.
Yeah. All right. There's another event relating to that. So EA, known for their competitive gaming on like FIFA and stuff like that, they also canceled their event. And so we have the Evo right here. We'll address that. And then here comes some of the delays. So this time being related to Smash. So the Sakurai wants to take precautions. So that's why he wanted the staff to kind of like stay safe. So it pretty much is slowing down the progress on the DLC character. So that's why there was a postpone on the coronavirus. So yeah. So more on coronavirus related stuff, and another big one was the Final Fantasy VII release. So I believe this is more on the physical side of things. So because of the lack of staff when it comes to like distributing stuff and retail and all that, there is a possibility that stuff isn't gonna come to you on time when it comes to the physical versions of the said game. So that's why Square Enix wanted to put out this statement to be clear, like, hey, this situation may pop up, so please bear with us, pretty much. So it's still gonna be April 10, which is pretty much less than 2 weeks away, I believe, right? So we're getting close. We're getting close to the big day. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully for the people who who ordered physical, like Zawarudo, who is at work right now, but like Zawarudo, hopefully he gets his copy in time. But meanwhile, I went ahead and canceled my physical copy, and I just went ahead and bought the digital version on PlayStation. So I feel like it's one of those things where I would have the FOMO for Final Fantasy because it's such a like highly anticipated game for a lot of people. So that's just how I feel about it. Any comments on stuff has been said so far?
I think given the circumstances, game delays are expected, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh. Lost.
We lost Todd. We lost Todd to the... Oh, whoa.
He's back.
He's back. All right.
But yeah, I feel like it was expected,
Mm-hmm.
and I get if you're really excited for a game and you want it physically. If you need to play it that bad, just get it digitally. But like, I don't know. It's hard for me to sympathize with this kind of like. It's hard for me to be like, oh, you're in the right to be angry when people are dying. I guess it's hard for me to say that. So.
What are we talking about?
The
games getting delayed, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, because of coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not getting delayed. It potentially might get delayed.
No, it's like shipments. Like your
it's the it's the shipments that might get delayed.
It's not the game. It's not the games itself we're talking about. It's like people having to wait for their collector's editions and not wanting to have the double dip with the to get it digitally to play it day one. But
Yeah, I can understand people being upset, but angry is like, yeah, dude, there's shit going on. Like,
Yeah.
It's a game,
there's other
man.
things.
I haven't seen comments like that, like outright on like Twitter and stuff like that. So I guess, for the most part, they understand
Good.
this situation.
That's so fucking online social suicide. Like that lady saying women need to get their hair done and their nails done.
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
The freaking lady literally on Fox News saying like, I know guys, you might not know this, but we need to get our hair done. People are gonna our roots. They're gonna see what a real hair color is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that people are dying, but we gotta get our nails done. And it was like so awkward for everybody. Like even the other people on fucking Fox News were just not saying anything.
The only thing done is you.
Dude, I feel like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's obviously it's a terrible situation, and stuff is gonna get delayed, like shipment wise, because I work at a warehouse and we have a lot of work to do. So so I come from I understand that side of as to why or what's it like to be a part of that situation. So I definitely obviously emphasize for the people who have to work at the shipment and the retail and everything in between. So so obviously I'm gonna take my precautions, or I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get my copy or whatever. But like, yeah, just people need to just definitely like just understand why all this stuff is happening. So just yeah,
Y'all need to relax.
Yeah, like I know we're locked down or whatever, and we gotta have some stuff to do inside the house, because we're forced to be in our house and all. But dude, you got stuff to do. Like you got Netflix, you got Disney Plus, you got all this shit like anime and all that whatever nonsense that you can occupy yourself with. Like, dude,
Masturbate.
beat the meat. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway,
Masturbate again.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly that builds up your immune system. So there you go. Like, but anyway.
Yeah, sure it does, dude.
Anyway, so I guess I think that's it. Meanwhile, let's move on to something else. CD Projekt Red has teams working on Cyberpunk's multiplayer and DLC, while a smaller team supposedly is working on a single-player Witcher game. So,
That's what I'm talking about. That's news.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like to hear.
Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on what it is, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick my interest. I don't know. Maybe once I know what it is, maybe that'll hook me into playing Witcher 3. I don't know. We'll see.
No, play it right now.
do it right now.
We're in a fucking holocaust right now. We're having a fucking meltdown. We're having a fucking goddamn fiesta right now.
Oh yeah,
play Witcher 3. Sit at home. Don't go outside for fucking like 7 years. Fucking play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're missing out, dude. Like, I literally, like, I don't know what it is with you in games and movies where, like, you don't play these games, you don't watch these movies that are, like, fucking crazy good and shit.
I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've only watched Return of the King. I've only watched Return of the King for some fucking reason.
How can you watch Return of the King without...
I know.
I play the video games. I mean, I already know the story, so I already know the story, cause the basic story.
Hawk, what if I came in and said I haven't watched or read One Piece, but I played the video games? How would you feel?
That doesn't work. No, that doesn't. No, no, because
that's what you just said, though.
Yeah, that's
I didn't. That's not what I'm trying to imply, though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's what I went through.
Yeah.
Does it work? No. No.
But you got the story. That's all I need, right?
But no, what I was trying to
Hear
say.
that One Piece Pirate Warriors. I'll get caught up.
Oh no. What I was trying to say is that I already knew the story from the get-go because funny because I had a summer school teacher who's like an absolute like J.R.R. Tolkien like nerd, and he like pretty much explained the story like word to word about the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. So and of course and the only thing I watched was Return of the King because that was out at the time. So I got the basic story down, so I wasn't completely lost. So I was like, all right, cool. There's Aragorn, Legolas, and Legolas has his rivalry with Gimli of how many kills they get. Stuff like that. But
okay, but did he mention the part at the end of Return of the King when Frodo nuts?
That fucking gift, dude.
That is the most important part of the entire fucking series. Did he mention that?
We have all this time. We should just do it. We should just watch the fucking Hobbits.
And
God,
Hawk's gonna watch.
I actually haven't seen the Hobbits. I've only
Hawk's
seen the
gonna
Lord
play
of the Rings
Wizard.
trilogy. I've seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
oh man,
That's it.
I'm gonna go through all the like what do you call it, the Western fantasy shit instead of the Japanese made Western fantasy shit.
that's a lot. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I ain't marathoning that shit. Fuck that.
That's like a one movie
That's a bit much.
a day at most. One movie a day at most.
Yeah.
Maybe one movie a week would be more plausible.
Now, as far as Witcher 3 goes, you have to play that game.
All right. If there is,
Or you could just watch the Netflix show, dude. Just watch the Netflix show.
If you don't want to pay for them, I could hook you up, dog. I have Witcher 3 with all DLC
Jesus Christ.
on my PS4 right now. Ready for you.
Oh right, because we're yeah. I keep forgetting about
you
that.
don't even have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the person on PS4 sharing isn't really playing any of my games right now anyway, so they're deep dick in Animal Crossing. So I'll hook you up, dude. I'll hook you up.
All right. Well, we'll get to that point maybe at some point in time. I don't know. So, anyways.
Tune in next time to find out whether or not Hawk plays Witcher 3. But back to the podcast.
So, I did want to talk about these two before we get into some different stuff. So, I forgot to move these two. But anyway, Nintendo and Lego have a collaboration going on, which is probably the last thing people thought about. So, there is a YouTube video about it. So let me just bring that on up. So, Mario Lego trailer. There you go. It's like pretty weird.
It looks pretty fucking weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Lego Mario time! Here we go!
It's like under a minute. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool if you're still into the whole like Lego thing. But even then, it's pretty weird.
I think it's fucking stupid. I feel like with all the cool shit in Mario, this seems like... I don't know. It just seems meh to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess it's cool if you're a collector, but it's still weird to me.
Like, if they had done, like, a Zelda one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Say Zelda becomes a part of the Lego thing. Like, I wouldn't want it to be, like, Link in,
What
like,
the
some sort
hell
of
was
weird
that?
pathway thing.
What was that really big Mario thing?
I don't know.
I don't. Man, Legos have changed.
Yeah. Like, it's got the weird, like, LED thing going on with Mario's face. You got the coins. There's Yoshi right there.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
at least they got Lego and not Mega Blocks.
Yeah. It's kind of like the
Like Halo got Mega Blocks.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that
So did
sets
WoW.
like. Oh yeah, true.
WoW got Mega Blocks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The Lego set for Mario is like, obviously it'd probably be a no-brainer, but it's like marketed towards like really young kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if they made like sets that are like more like 10 and up maybe, then it'd probably be more. There'd be
Bionicle
more.
Mario.
Fuck that.
Bionicle.
There'd be like more like I don't know. They could have like a little forest thing with like a forest setup or something. I don't know.
I feel like people have been making fan Zelda for a
Sets.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fan sets.
like I can see like a Zelda like Hyrule Castle, like that would be like a mega build, like one of the like, Millennium Falcon or some shit. That would be fucking sick.
I'm surprised that they haven't like done like a Mario Maker sort of Lego thing. I don't know, like like specifically.
'Cause I feel like I feel like just saying Super Mario in general has wider appeal than Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Mario,
I'm surprised they don't have like a Mario Kart thing.
mobile game.
The mobile.
Well, like a physical thing.
Yeah.
Oh, like the fuck.
Remember those like techno?
They do. We just don't know.
Yeah, or like a Technic Lego Mario Kart like sort of set.
Oh, like the 8-track thing?
Yeah.
Where you pull the trigger?
With a magnet?
It can go?
Mhm.
Oh, man. Those were the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how people aren't making them still.
Yeah.
Probably in some like little hole in the wall in Japan or some shit.
Yeah, probably. You gotta like really look for them in like Akihabara or some shit. But anyway. Oh, sorry. I have to. I think someone's calling me. Hold up. Right back.
So
Tell them to shut the fuck up.
Hello? Yes? No, I'm doing the podcast right now. You know, the podcast.
The podcast.
So you guys want to just start moving on with this docket?
We can.
Well,
Maybe we can cut
Alright.
the podcast short. All right. Let's see. Guilty Gear.
Sucks. Move on.
cool. Rollback.
I like
Netcode.
Guilty Gear,
hold up.
dude.
Todd.
I'm back.
What the
What's
fuck?
What's
Damn.
the next topic?
We already finished the docket, Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
Thanks for the 106th episode, guys.
Yeah,
See
that
you
was a
next
pretty
time.
good one.
Sorry, that was a
Honest.
false alarm. I thought someone was calling me.
Oh.
Anyway.
I had one of those a little bit different. False alarm. Never mind.
I see.
I see you. But anyway, I mean, a false call kind of happened when there was a earlier esports event before the whole outbreak sort of happened. But FIFA 2020 had a qualifiers event, right? And then
Hawk,
yes,
no one here plays FIFA.
I know, but it was decided by a game of rock paper scissors because they couldn't connect to each other. Because
What?
No, everyone in here has played rock paper scissors. Good call, Hawk.
Esport is being decided by rock, paper, scissors?
Hell yeah, dude.
So what happened?
Way of the
Because
future.
you know how
Right here.
you remember Pokken? You couldn't connect to each other, or you couldn't play locally, so you have to connect to each other online to play each other. That was the only way to.
Locally. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
same with FIFA 20. You can't locally play each other, I guess. So that's why they had to do it through online, but they couldn't find each other. So that's why they decided through rock paper scissors. But later on, they said, yeah, okay, that wasn't a good call, so that's why they had to call off that
Who makes
decision.
They just do a coin toss, like.
Who makes these rules?
EA, I don't know. Whoever runs that esports division, I don't
That
know.
makes sense.
Yeah.
E.
That's
No, but that's actually stupid.
yeah. That's why I threw it in here. I know.
I was literally like, really, Hawk FIFA?
I don't throw.
That is actually mind blowing.
But that was a good
That-
call.
they're
I stand
deciding-
corrected.
The deciding factor in an esports event is rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, it was actually reported
That's
all
it.
over. So like, Polygon, IGN, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it was fucking funny. So that's why I threw it in here. So I
Which is
Pretty
as bad
weird.
as the coin toss shit Blizzard did with Overwatch.
yeah, but yeah, it's just what happens when your games don't locally play. Like,
How do they?
Always online is
Mhm.
bad.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do they usually determine that?
What do you mean?
The competitive, like esports, like how do they usually?
I feel
What's
like
the deciding
usually,
factor
I
on
feel
that
like
thing
usually
besides,
you're
like-
able to connect to people
Well, yeah, like
without getting online.
yeah. So usually it's done like locally, like you're side by side playing on the same console, and you're playing like because like Madden, the Madden tournaments they do that, but I don't know why FIFA.
Here's an example, Todd. You
Mhm.
know when they have like Blizzard arena battles, they're not actually connecting to like the World of Warcraft servers, right? Because they can go down and shit. They're connecting their characters to like these private arena battles, so that
1v1 on Rust.
so it's uninterrupted, right?
So what exactly were they trying to like?
They were just trying to have
what's
a
the
tournament, but the
point?
game's always online, right? So
Yeah.
they gotta match. They gotta find each other. Imagine if there was a tournament, Todd, for Halo, and we had to find each other online instead of like we both show up in the same building, and we have our Xboxes, then we connect to the internet, and we have to find each other online because we can't open up a custom game.
Damn. So they pretty much expose themselves on bad game design.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah. One
but
of the
don't worry,
competitors
rock
is
paper
good.
scissors.
yeah. One
How
of
good are you at rock paper scissors?
what?
I'm asking Todd how good he is at rock
Ah.
paper scissors, so I need to know if we can
I'm
do
the
a.
best at rock paper scissors.
Damn.
Oh shit, dude.
Because I create shit that people don't even know.
Well, I have the. better
Oh,
life,
Todd was that one kid that did rock, paper, scissors and put gun.
No, I put cannon.
Cannon,
Cannon. I've
bazooka,
done
dude.
cannon before.
I think I just did knife.
Real knife. What?
One of the competitors who was involved with that had a tweet. He said, "I cannot believe it. We literally had to play rock paper scissors because we couldn't find each other to invite in a EA licensed qualifier. What the fuck? I am done." So yeah, that's like, yeah.
That's justified.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the real world
Hey.
comparison. They're like, hey, the location of our tournament, you have to find each other using Google Maps.
Yeah,
You have to find each
That
other.
sounds like that one show. What the
You
hell?
have to
is
find
the
each
name
other
of
in Pokemon Go.
all
Hold on, Queenie's here. Hold on a second.
right.
it? The Amazing Warrior? No. Is that what it was? No. Amazing
Amazing Race.
Race. Amazing Race is what it sounds like.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah, this
Saving Grace.
yeah this was an official licensed tournament, so keep that in mind. Like,
EA just sounds like a bunch of fucking baloney heads. So
Baloney heads that make a bunch of money.
okay, so
Yeah.
now we can get into.
it makes. Weren't they the people with surprise mechanics, anyways?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's everyone.
So like, isn't like rock paper scissors shoot like isn't that
It's a game of-
surprise mechanics?
Yeah.
Only makes too much sense, man.
I guess so. Yeah, that's one way to put it. So, all right, I think we have our comments, right? So now we can get into the juicy fighting game stuff. So, Guilty Gear Strive is now coming with rollback netcode.
Yes.
Let's hope it's not bad rollback netcode.
Yeah,
Queenie
yeah.
likes it.
That's all I gotta say.
That's all that
It's
matters.
exciting. I'm more interested in that game than I was before.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking online fighting games have made me not like fighting games lately.
It's like it's been a really annoying problem with a number of like the major ones with like Smash, Street Fighter 5. It's definitely a problem. Even Tekken, Tekken is definitely up there too.
Especially if you want to be competitive.
Yeah, definitely. Like especially around this time too. Like with all like a number of people who are trying to set up these online tournaments, like just to kind of compensate for the lack of or not being able to do the real tournaments.
Yeah, I think Wednesday Night Fights was doing it.
Yeah,
Wednesday Night Fights and NLBC are online now.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone actually watched and see how the netcode is actually playing out, or not really?
I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Yeah, but either way though, like the big that's like one of the biggest problems for fighting games right now. Even though it is supposed to be like the quote unquote renaissance of fighting games, like they still like a number of developers have been stuck in the past, especially for the Japanese developers who
Mostly Japanese developers.
mostly for the most part, yes, because if it works in Japan, it's fine, right? But
I think it's also not only if it works in Japan, it's like why would we use
exactly
someone else's netcode? Which is why when Street Fighter came out with Rollback, they just made their own, even though they didn't fully understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why it's bad, and that's why everyone thinks Rollback's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or not everyone, but a lot of people are ignorant and thinks Rollback is bad.
Somebody explain to me what Rollback Netcode is.
So, when you play Smash Brothers and you push a button online and it's just delayed?
Do I?
Okay. Well, there's the primer. That's delay-based netcode. Basically, if there's like fluctuations in the responses between the people, it's just gonna be like, all right, everyone stop. Okay, now we know what's going on. So it's gonna like chug. It's gonna slow down. What Rollback does is basically it's playing a simulation, and what it's kind of doing is predicting your inputs. So like it'll be like, okay, the connection is chugging or whatever, right? There's some packet loss. It's going to run all possible inputs of what could happen during the packet loss, and then once the connection catches up, it'll be like, oh, this is what actually happens, and it will roll back to what actually happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Do you really get me, or am I just bad at it? I'm pretty bad at it.
I mean, I understand it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it kind of predicts your inputs. If it predicts wrong, it'll roll back to what it should be. But it basically makes it to where you're not feeling the chug or the delay, It's magical.
I imagine they don't have that in Smash, right?
No, Smash's Bandai Namco uses that kind of delay-based netcode, like Tekken. And stuff like that.
I mean, you guys hear me bitch about the input I put in.
You're not the only one.
Fucking 12 years ago.
Imagine being punched and you want to hold shield, but then you get knocked off the stage, so you air dodge, and then you die. Wait, you don't have to imagine. It happens every damn time.
Yeah.
The struggle of Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it seems like fucking technological magic, and there's videos out there that are trying to explain it better, but it's actually... I feel like when I played Killer Instinct Online, which used really good rollback, that I could actually learn. I never felt like I was losing to lag.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, a terrible connection on rollback is still bad, especially if the rollback is bad, but...
There's a lot of skipping.
Yeah, but for the most part, you'll have better connections as long as you're connecting with people with not like who aren't running on dorm Wi-Fi or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or in comparison to like delayed base, like if you take my experience for example with Mortal Kombat X.
Oh yeah.
I played that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was delayed. They launched with delayed
pre-GPO.
Mm-hmm.
And like MKX was like a combo heavy game.
Execution heavy.
Yeah, tell him, Queenie. And there was like 15-second combos, like literally 15-second combos. And with the delay, you had to basically memorize the combos and not go off of reacting like, okay, so they're at this part of the juggle at the hit here. You had to memorize the timing. Like, does anyone remember 50-50 into teleport into down one soul ball with Ermac? You have to memorize the timing on the down one into the soul ball buffer. That sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't suck when no one could react to the 50-50 because the delay was 5 years long.
They had to guess. I think he's gonna go overhead.
Also, overhead and low was like a 2-frame difference, so you couldn't react anyway. But it was just so bad, the delay. Like, you had to predict the jump so you could anti-air. You had to predict a button so you could whiff punish.
I feel like MKX is actually a great example because it had both.
Mm-hmm.
Launched with delay based, and then they put in the resources to make it rollback.
And it was great. All the players, like, I felt like everyone I played back then was like super bad. And then all of a sudden, people are good.
Got some good people in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad for me because I started losing more, but it was good for the game because people actually want to play it, actually get better, and all that
It's
stuff.
also good for you because you started. You still won a lot, even when it.
Yeah, I started like I wanted to play competitively also, so I wanted to play as close to a offline situation as I could, and that's what a lot of people go for. Is like they play a game, they want to get good at it, and then past that is what competitive. So if you want to play at a competitive level, you're gonna have to learn to play offline, and the Rollback Netcode made it as close as it could be, you know.
So,
and if you're not wired, then you're the problem. Otherwise, the netcode is fine. So when people complain about rollback, they need to.
They've just played Street Fighter 5
on their neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they just have bad connections, dude. People who are laggy, and they just think I've never had a problem with delay-based netcode.
That one time we were playing Smash with Tony.
God.
What does your internet test say? 300.
300 what? It said it's good.
And then I asked MB, GB, KB, B.
It says it's good.
KB. No, dude, that's not good.
Just invite me. Let me play on stream. I'm trying to get scouted.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. But
yeah,
that's just an example of how bad like any connection, any like netcode can be if you're not wired. So save everyone a lot of trouble and just slap an Ethernet cable to the back of your console, please.
Fucking switch.
Run a long ass Ethernet cable all the way to the other side of the house, just so you can connect to your router.
Yeah, I have it down the hallway. I've seen my Ethernet cables going down my hallway.
I have 3 running under my door, underneath 2 rugs, under another door, into Daniel's bedroom or our bedroom.
Same thing with me. Yeah. So obviously the FGC or the competitive side of things have been very vocal about it because, you know, pretty much what Faka said. And seems like finally someone is, you know, trying to get an understanding of that. So hopefully Guilty Gear Strive is going to be that stepping stone for future fighting games to, you know, finally kind of get it. And hopefully they'll implement the good kind of rollback netcode, you know.
Well, I know for a fact because it's a Japanese company, they're not gonna just take GGPO even though it's open source. They're gonna make their own
GGPO, but
ArcSys has a habit of attention to detail with things, so hopefully they don't fuck it up. I mean, and even Capcom got it right with MVCI. MVCI's rollback was definitely playable.
Yes.
As long as people didn't have poopy connections.
Yeah.
Arxis can't afford to fuck up because they also only patch their games every blue moon.
Yeah. There's that.
True.
So yeah, what it is right now is happening is that they have this like this philosophical bubble or just this bubble around them that just doesn't allow them to kind of, isn't willing to use other people's inventions already. They want to use their own.
I can understand that though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but when I don't think it's a good excuse to not implement rollback. I don't know why it's taken this long, but I guess that's also like you said. Hey, it works for me, basically.
Yeah.
Mentality. But it's like, God, man.
Yeah.
Why'd we have to wait this long?
I don't know.
When works for me turns into it feels fine for me when it's like 15 frame delay. That's when it's
and then
ruining the game and it's ruining the community.
And then those people say, just get better internet.
Yeah.
Man.
We know certain people that say that kind of stuff, but anyway.
What were their games made on?
Oh, gosh. Anyway. So yeah, hopefully, Guilty Gear and the developers can get, can break through that barrier and, kind of show everyone else that, this is the way. This is the way for fighting games online.
Show me the way.
Show me the way. This is the way. But anyway. So, meanwhile, more on Guilty Gear Strive. We got 2 more characters revealed, so I'm going to just go ahead and play the trailer in the background because it looks fucking awesome. So,
show us.
Yes. Strive.
Can you refresh the video as well, Hawk?
Oh, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. So, anyway.
This will be my first time watching it, I think.
Amelia?
I've only seen images from what I can remember. And she was hot.
She's hot as fuck in this game, dude. And
Y'all acting like
Zato's
she wasn't
butt
hot
cheeks,
before.
Damn. And she was just kind of generic looking.
In XR, she was still hot.
It was pretty hot. And then
Amelia Rage?
Yeah.
She kind of looked like she was a teenager. Now she's a woman.
Yeah, she looks like a woman.
A woman. Look at that.
Oh,
Woman.
dude.
That's a woman right there.
Damn.
Woman.
I saw somebody Photoshop that kick there. Kick Grant's boot.
So yeah, Amelia and now Zato.
There he is.
Something for the ladies.
Butt cheeks.
Look at
nice
that.
butt cheeks.
Look at that muscle tone.
Watch him T-pose.
Dude, he is so buff. Holy shit.
Everyone's buff in this game, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, all the dudes are pretty ripped.
Yeah, they're pretty ripped. Even
Chip.
well, yeah, Chip, but is Axel ripped? I don't know. I think he is. I don't know. He's got
Yeah.
Yes,
Axel's
everyone's
ripped.
ripped. Everyone
Yeah,
got
Axel's
ripped,
pretty
dude.
yeah.
See Axel's calves?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the cat. He had the calves. That's right. Well, yeah, yes. He's wearing pants now, but the shorts.
The only character in this game that's not ripped is literally Faust.
And May.
In May. But
No,
But
she's still ripping her clothes with all that thick that she got going on.
She definitely looks older.
Oh yeah. But
She's gonna get kicked off of Johnny's ship.
nah. Doesn't Johnny have like ladies of all ages though? No, not all of it, but like like women as well, not just girls.
I don't know.
Look at this fucked up shit right here.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Don't worry, it's rollback.
Yeah, hopefully people can.
That's Milia for you.
That kind of makes
you
me
watch it,
roll my eyes to the back of my head.
If you watch it frame by frame, though, the blade doesn't activate for a little bit. Like, there's actually a few frames where.
But there's still the cross up.
Yeah, there's still the cross up, but I feel like it'll be reactable in good rollback.
Hopefully.
I feel like I'm gonna be
What I'm more worried about
rustling
is,
my fight stick back and forth.
I'm less worried about blocking the fucking blade or whatever. I'm worried about having to block high or low after blocking that.
Oh, like when I get the BB tag sandwich.
Yeah, because it's like,
Wait.
all right, I blocked it. Now high or low.
All right, he's on this side for sure. What is it, high or low?
Yep, that's what it's gonna be like for sure.
Let me pull up Milia real quick from
Exard.
Exerd. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn off the or disable it for a second, just so you don't.
Why is that the disabled? Why is that the disabled?
Don't worry about it, dude.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Oh, Chris, you need to start streaming
Please
again
stand
and make
by.
that your Be Right Back stream or screen.
When am I gonna stream? We haven't even done Eden's and it's Saturday, dude. When am I gonna find time to stream?
True. When you aren't trying to catch stringfish.
I caught my shrinkfish.
Okay, and then let me pull up Zato real quick.
I think I
flavors?
just fucked up a string fish. I think I missed one.
You'll never know though.
All you do know is it could have been.
I think it was.
That's not a picture of Zato. We need a picture of Zato's butt cheeks.
Oh, well.
Amen, brother. Dude, have you seen his ass? That shit's nuts, dude.
IMAX 3D.
Anyway, they are definitely doing a good job. Point being, with the looks of the characters.
So speaking of looks, Faka, you said you didn't see the Sora's trailer?
Sora's? No. This will be my first time watching it if we are about
yes.
to watch it.
We
Yes.
should watch it. It's actually
That was up next.
I think it was actually really well put together as a trailer.
I heard something about him turning into Summer Sora's.
Yes.
All right, is the video frozen?
No.
Okay.
No. We're good.
All right.
There it is.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Now it froze.
Now
Oh,
it
yeah,
froze? Ah!
Oh, now it's good. Oh, man.
Right?
Where's Zawa?
Right?
He's at work.
Is it
I
frozen?
have to be gay for him.
Is it going?
It's stuttery.
That's exactly what Zawarudo wants. He wants you to be gay for him.
I know.
Dude, it's getting to places where
Yeah.
Let me
I
restart.
think you should have a talk with his boyfriend.
I always threatened Zawa, like, I'm gonna tell your boyfriend on you, dude.
No. Oh.
Look at this karate master.
Literally.
Looks fucking sick, man.
He looks fun, yeah. He looks pretty cool.
He does the pose. You're gonna have to watch this, not in Discord at some point.
Yeah.
Faka.
Yeah. It does look really.
There
Oh
it
my
is.
God. There.
Yes.
Look at this man.
This is
That's sick.
where'd the color go?
That's actually really sick. I don't know if I'd play him though, because I've been tainted.
With
I play Matera.
Matera.
Mid tier, fair mid tier character.
I don't have a wake up.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's
I'm not even kidding. Fair mid tier character.
there's our next character coming.
Jita.
Jita. With that pose.
Gran.
Female Gran.
I feel like
Eternals.
I'd probably play Jita.
With the Eternals.
The Eternal Weapons.
Mitchie, tell me what those mean. All right, Mitchie.
Thank you, Mitchie,
Anyway.
for that brief explanation.
March 31st. Next trailer.
That's a couple days from now, or a few.
Oh man. This.
Man, who's Zato? It's all about
Saurus.
Saurus.
Sora's.
Saurus' ass.
Oh man. He's got.
I'm glad they made that his theme song. They brought his theme song in.
Say it.
Say it.
I hope that's actually the finished screen, dude. That looks pretty sick.
I think it is.
Oh man.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
because you know
custom
how like
finishing.
if you
Kill with Skybound, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty cool. As is.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Todd, how would you rate that ass?
Dumb.
All right, next caller.
Man, that he got the back, dude. Sora's got back.
I forgot who it was. Someone made a tweet. It's like it's the old man step.
Yeah,
attack
the
or
step.
whatever.
Yeah, the step, and I know what you're saying. Like the.
But it's always an old man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Hachi, fucking. Oh god, I wish I had the tweet on me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I know exactly what you're talking about. Every old martial artist is doing this sort of pose. This is the stomp. Oh, Akuma has it. Fucking Akuma.
Yeah, Akuma.
Yeah, and then one more, I think.
Yeah.
the other old man in Street Fighter,
Again?
Goken.
Goken. Oh,
Goken. Yeah.
maybe Goken. Yeah.
I don't think it was Goken, but I know that I think Goken has one like that.
Mhm.
I know he has one like that. It's his counter.
Oh yeah, probably. But anyway, Sora's looks pretty cool. I hope doesn't spell out, you know, like other characters like Air, you know, who's a boxer and stuff. But who knows?
Well, that didn't look like boxing.
Yeah, that was 100%.
And we have a whole second season pass, and there's gonna be they're just gonna fucking charge for characters, bro.
Yeah. I want Silva. I want Vera. I want Lacia. That's the three characters I want.
Have they don't have an actual mage yet, right?
No.
Yeah, I think
they definitely need to put in some sort of mage in there. You're right.
They're just gonna put in Magisa.
Magisa's
Make-
tits. Not even
Just her
Magisa,
just
it's
her tits.
It's just
Yeah.
her tits.
Yeah. There's a lot of mages to choose from, though. There's a lot of characters to choose from in general in Grand Blue.
Yeah. Yep.
But I hope to God fucking Silva makes it in there. Oh, so cool. Big ass rifle. All right. So.
Hellas too.
Oh yeah,
Is
right.
a spear
Hellas.
character?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spear.
The spear. Yeah. She's a spear character.
I don't know.
I mean,
they say they wanted to have like
a variety,
characters based
yeah.
on like
yeah.
Yeah, but then they also put in Vegeta and Gran.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's
showed that
very
they had literally both had fucking the
Yeah.
same distance, far standing medium,
Yeah.
fireball, and uppercut.
hmm
So
That should be thrown out of the window, but yeah, we'll see.
What if they put Halasena?
I can't say I know who that is.
Lolly Chainsaw.
Oh,
oh her. Okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
Another fucking character.
We need another little character that I gotta make character specific combos.
Like I only really would like Vera. She's my number one.
Mm-hmm.
Forte's cool.
Yeah.
and probably Hellas.
What if they just sold Hellas as like a skin for Zeta with like different voice lines, but it
That
was
would
the
piss me
exact
off.
same, exact same moveset?
It's the whole clone.
Kind of like, you know how Supergirl and Power Girl are same character, just a
Oh yeah.
premium skin.
There's only
I
two
feel-
characters I want, and that's Jean and.
Oh, Jean is gonna be in it. I know it.
I feel like they have to put Jean.
Yeah.
What's his name? Siegfried. I want Siegfried.
Oh, he's got to be in it.
Oh, I just realized they wouldn't be able to do that premium skin thing because of the way Skybound art camera angles and
Oh,
rendering
yeah.
works.
Mm-hmm.
How character specific they are.
Yeah.
Ayer, I just hope that they put him in.
Mhm.
If they don't put him in, I won't complain, or I won't complain anyways. But it would be nice if he was in it.
Isn't what's her name? Isn't Beatrix in like the one of the trailers?
Her silhouette.
Beatrix?
I thought, I don't know.
Like they even did like a close up on her in like one of the pictures.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure where exactly.
There was like a trailer, and I think it was Beatrix that was talking, and then like did even like a close up on her.
I think so.
You know, Beatrix.
There was that, and there was like another big character too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Gondagoza.
Yeah,
I think
Oh.
that's why I assume it would be like only character that big that's not Vasaraga is Gondagoza that I could think of.
What about that new one they just added?
Oh shit, that guy. Oh man. What if they put Wolf in there? Zal would probably.
Wolfenstrom.
You mean the Little Red Riding Hood?
Yes.
That'd be kind of interesting. But I don't think they would.
How would they simplify a puppet character?
I have no idea. They gotta figure it out.
Never mind. Take Hellas out of my pick. I pick Alexiel.
Oh,
All right, I'm down
Ooh.
with that.
yeah.
Alexia will be pretty cool.
Or Athena.
I feel like they're gonna put in Rakan.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone even like Rakan?
Rakan is which one? Sorry. It's like right on the tip of my tongue or whatever. It's like
The fucking random dude with the gun you get.
Rackham?
Rackham.
Rackham. Is it Rackham or is it Rakam? Because I feel like Rakam will be like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just say Rackham, but if we go like Japanese pronunciation, I guess it'd be Rakam.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Rackham. I don't care.
Rack 'em up.
I'm already banned.
Why not? There was one more trailer. Just play this real quick, I guess. Is this the English one?
Oh, Soul Calibur.
Of Soul Calibur, Harumaru?
As Hawk, as the Soul Calibur fan,
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't care about Mitsurugi 2.
Because you thought it was Setsuka and then you fucking
No, I just don't care about Mitsurugi 2. It's cool because I'm not a big Sam Show fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get that collabs are like really big, like a pretty big deal, and they're doing it with Soul Calibur, which is cool, but why put a second Mitsurugi in?
True.
Hey, he
There's-
actually heals
They
up with...
could have even.
What?
Mind you, his moveset's very different, but literally there's so many other people in Samurai Showdown. You could have even had fucking, what's his name? Hanzo? The one with 2 in the eye patch? It could have had so many others. They just...
Like I get that they picked Maru because he's like the Samsho guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they did before. They did like what Darth Vader before. They did
Darth Vader and Yoda.
Ezio.
Yeah.
Star Killer.
Ezio was a good call. Star Killer I hated.
2B.
2B's a good call.
Geralt. Like those are like main characters. Like I get that, but did they not realize that Hamaru is this guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
look, a
least
mirror
they
match.
did. At least they did everything they did to make the moveset actually different.
Yeah.
And he can do like the handless counter. He has like this drinking thing where
He can heal
you drink from his
himself.
gourd,
Yeah.
and he gets drunk,
Yeah.
and he gets more powerful.
Oh, Boracho.
Boracho, yeah.
You know, he says, "Remember the name Haromaru," and I misspelt it at least 3 times in the video file I was editing.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty hard to say in general.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I did just at first I did Homaru, and then I added the A, and then I realized there was an H during the editing
Oh,
because
yeah.
like I had named the VOD. This is cool.
This is what it means to be a warrior.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, yeah.
I guess I'm also pissed that this probably means Setsuka's not gonna make it.
honestly, I'll suck it up and say it. If they were to put like a crossover for like a character in Soul Calibur, I would have thought it'd be sick to have Dante in Soul Calibur.
People have been making Dante since 3, dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they haven't. I don't know.
It says it's coming out. Am I reading that right?
Tuesday.
September? For Hallmark?
No, it's
Oh,
DLC
okay.
9.
Oh no, my bad. It's March 31st. Okay, I was gonna say like, wait, what? 9, 10? What?
Yeah, he's DLC 9. DLC 10 is
Yeah.
the custom stuff.
Okay, I got you. That was very confusing. I was like, wait a minute. Anyway. Okay. So let's see what's on the docket next. Oh yeah, so we're getting to the juicier stuff. So I believe someone in here at least played Nioh 2. That was one of the games that came out in March. So
A number of people did.
I never played that game in my life.
What game?
It's pretty good. It's a good game.
Good game.
Very fun. Yep. Very fun.
Mhm.
A lot of improvements from the first game. One major. Well, actually, it kind of. See, I hated the command grab shit, right? But as I kept going through New Game Plus and shit, I found myself not really getting hit by them anymore. I was like rolling out of them and shit, like rolling away from them and shit when they would grab, which I'm not sure why that happened because I felt like I was always like 10 for 10, always gonna get hit by a fucking command grab, right? But then I don't know, maybe I got better at timing the dodge for it, or I don't know. It just felt
Got used to seeing it, maybe.
yeah. Well, it did come to a patch too, where I don't know if they did anything to the command grabs, but it doesn't feel like they were as bullshit as when the game first came out. But yeah, it's really fun. I had a lot of fun going through it.
The story actually is pretty good.
Wow.
Compared to the first one, yes, for sure.
Like
I
you could see the story building from like the beginning to the end, especially the end.
Yeah. It definitely
I felt in the like the midst of the story, I actually felt like sad when some things happened or like excited when other things happened.
You were invested in the narrative.
Yeah.
It's like the relationship with the character you play as in Tokichiro. Like I thought that was pretty cool. It was very emotional. So seeing certain things, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a good fucking. It's a pretty fucking good game. I can't wait till the DLC comes out so I can play more of it.
So is
there's nothing else for me to do.
Is it an overall improvement? Would you say?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think, especially when it comes to character building and shit, I feel like there's a lot more diversity in what you can do. I feel like combat, for the most part, is still the same, but I didn't think that Nioh 1 had bad combat to begin with, so I don't think they needed to improve on it.
Yeah, you got like tools like the yokai soul cores, the burst counters. There's the 3 different burst counters, so you could counter different moves that bosses do. Because like there's some things that Phantom can't deal with that Brute can deal with, and same vice versa, and with Feral and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like you can choose to play the way you want to play, or the game will try to force you to play differently, and it brings diversity to the whole playstyle.
Also, too, there was something in Endgame that actually made me really happy. Is you can essentially have build slots. So what that means is I can make a build, save it, make another build, save it, and I can switch between those builds without resetting. And it saves my loadouts, my gear loadouts, and everything, dude. That shit really good. Also, too, there was one big pet peeve I had with Nioh 1, where whenever you would respec, you would not only have to put in your stat points back in, but you would have to fill out your skill trees all over again as well. And when you're in the higher levels, that shit gets really tedious. So basically what they did is they separated the respec shit. So when you respec from a Book of Reincarnation, you only respec your skill points. Or not your skill points, but your stat points. And you would actually have to go to the dojo now to respec specific trees. Not all the trees, but specific trees that you want to respec in. Which I think was really nice. Especially for somebody like me who probably respect maybe by like 20 million times in one playthrough.
Yeah, it gets old because with the stat points from leveling, you can get up to 300. So
yeah.
So having to do just that alone is enough, I feel. There's so much having to do other things like skill trees. That sounds like a really big pain in the ass. 30 minutes just to respec.
Pretty much. That's what Nioh 1 was. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, it's a pretty fun experience. I want to play more, but there's just really nothing more for me to do.
And they made the co-op really good.
Oh yeah, they definitely did a lot of improvements on co-op. You could literally co-op with your friends from the beginning to the end.
Oh, nice.
And stay in a lobby together. And you never have to really leave that lobby unless you have to do solo only missions, but there's very few of those. So it's pretty cool. Even the co-op, like it feels fun, like doing co-op and stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy co-op. It's just like there's a lot of like sick things that happen or just things that we could laugh about, like Todd falling in water, and then me falling in the water, and then the titty snake that we were fighting falls in the water after me.
James walking up to fucking trees and just getting skull fucked by potbelly boys.
Yep. Yeah,
that's happened to him twice.
Just the random. Oh!
I remember when the first time it happened to him, and then we like a couple days later, we ran through it with Faka, and he still walked to that tree knowing damn well that there's gonna be a fucking potbelly that's gonna come down. Oh, and that same mission, I got everybody to walk to the monkey tree where the monkey comes down and fucking stomps on them.
Yeah.
It got everybody. And I loved every second of it.
The first one though, I caught.
Yeah.
Because you're like, walk up and like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. He sees me,
man.
sees me pull my gun out. Oh, you saw him.
Oh, damn. That shit.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
definitely recommend trying out co-op mode if anyone hasn't, because it's pretty fun. If you're like a diehard like play that shit solo, go ahead, like at least do playthrough, your first playthrough solo, and then check it out. If you have someone to play with. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
It's still hard. I still get one-shotted.
Oh, even with co-op, they don't make the game easier.
Yeah, they make enemies hit harder.
Yeah, they make enemies have more health. And
So they actually like scale it to where okay.
Yeah, they scale it pretty well.
Okay.
Like they scale it better than Monster Hunter.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it says that.
Ugh. But so
It's quite balanced. You share lives, all that stuff.
nice. So Nioh 2 all good in the hood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what about Doom Eternal?
Out of all of us that we know, only one person that has beaten it, and he only beat it on Nightmare, so he a bitch. And Todd played wait, what's Ultraviolent?
Wait, is Todd here?
No, he played on Ultraviolent, and then me, James, and Todd are doing a Ultraviolet or Nightmare.
Mhm.
Todd just wants to enjoy the game, so he switched to Nightmare. James and I are still doing Ultraviolent. I'll probably do a level today, maybe. But
It's the kind of game where y'all are just doing levels a day.
one level a day because it gets pretty real, pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, the nightmare in that game. Hoo. That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, like the difference between 2016 and this game is like, you have to use your chainsaw. You have to use it because what the chainsaw does is when you kill something, it's a free kill on something. Depending on how much fuel you have, like big enemies cost 3 fuel, which is the max, which is like it makes sense. It's balanced, but you want to use it on the small guys so you can have ammo because you run out of ammo really fast, and you want to use different weapons for different enemies because there's like shield guys. You want to use the plasma rifle because it blows them up and it destroys their shield. The big mancubuses, you want to use like your high damaging weapons like rocket launcher, super shotty if you know they're gonna die soon. Small enemies, just regular combat shotgun, or super shotty if you want to take care of them really fast for the little health blips that they drop.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like you have to like know what weapons you have and know what enemies you want to deal with which weapons. It's like really hard on Nightmare because you have to almost play perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you get your ass beat. Like I spent an hour, like almost 2 hours maybe, on one level because one of the Slayer gates, oh man, was whooping my ass.
So would you
And
say?
it-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And it feels like one of those games where like it kind of helps me when it comes to playing shooters, at least on PC,
Mhm.
because of the whole fast pace, the quick decision making, all that stuff, which I think is really cool. Kind of helps me in Siege, even though I stay headshotted.
Oh man. I sort of had to have a little funny thing. I kind of share my thought with Josh relating to Siege, but I'll probably save that at the end. But anyway. But would you say overall though, Doom Eternal is an improvement to its first title?
Oh yeah, like Doom 2016. Like the whole thing I said with the weapons, you can use whatever weapon you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I played 2016, I did not use a chainsaw because I ain't no bitch. I did not use the BFG because I ain't no bitch. In this game, I have to use it, and I have to use specific weapons for specific mobs. 2016, you kind of just it was like, I just shoot things.
Yeah.
You can go a whole playthrough without using what the minigun or the Gauss cannon. You could use them, but you don't have to. Whereas in this, you kind of have to, or it will be very hard.
I see.
At least. I haven't checked out the multiplayer though. It's from what I've seen, it's like kind of like evolved. Like you could play as the monster, as the demons,
Mm-hmm.
and you like try to kill players, and vice versa, and all that shit. But that sounds very interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I only do that kind of stuff when there's other people to play with, and I'm sharing the game with James, so we can't play together. Clay is on console, so can't play together.
Yeah.
And Todd's dick deep in Animal Crossing.
I haven't even touched Doom in like 3 days.
Me neither. Also, so.
But I thought Doom was definite improvement. It's super fun to like the whole like way you move around and shit now is definitely feels better. And then that difficulty spike from Ultra Nightmare to Nightmare. 'Cause I beat the last Doom on the hardest difficulty, and it was like there were a couple parts which was just like, God damn, that was rough. But, like, it's nothing in comparison to fucking the difficulty spike in this game. I literally like was struggling like for like an hour on an area, and I was like, you know what? Next time I play this, I'm gonna turn the difficulty down.
I thought you did ultraviolent on 2016 because Nightmare's locked when you first.
I think that's what it
the
was.
The hardest that they give you.
Yeah. So they just gave you Nightmare right out the bat this time?
I guess.
Yeah.
So. But I turned that shit the fuck down, man. That room
maybe you'll
now
come
stuff
back
on
to
was
it?
fucked up.
Come back to it after you get like super acquainted with the game, or is Doom still kind of you beat it once and you've got your fill?
I have to beat the game, I imagine, just like kind of say that. I feel like Doom, like even like the last game, I'm like, oh man, it's one of those games for me where it's like, damn, the music was sick, the fucking visuals are sick. I appreciate the game and its like uniqueness and stuff. But yeah, I'll probably only play it once and then maybe come back to it like years back or years later. It's probably likely going to be the same thing with Eternal. But I mean, that's just me though. I don't really often come back to games unless it's like, you know, super, super good to me. But I would definitely say Doom Eternal is an improvement and super fun.
Nice. All right. Further comments about Doom? Is that
Good.
it? Good. All right.
Get it, play it, get your ass beat.
Mick did a good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, music's great.
BFG 10,000 is a really good track.
All the tracks are really good.
I haven't heard the whole thing, but BFG 10,000 was one I got attached to when I was looking for music.
Mm-hmm. So
You'll play it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly waiting till I beat 2016, which I need to buy a new mouse, which I can do once the stores are open again. So
Eventually.
All right. Well, not only those two games came out, we also got a big update on Call of Duty. And when I mean big, it's big on the storage, unfortunately. But
101 gigabytes.
Big.
It was ridiculous.
Fucking fat
Update. Warzone has come out. the BR for Call of Duty. So I believe at least most of us, if not all of us, played it. So any quick thoughts about it?
I get my ass beat in that game too.
I can't. I don't know what to actually say about it because it doesn't. Based on because I played. Keep in mind, I've only played like 4 games of it, and I definitely enjoyed the 4 games I did play. You know what I mean? Like as far as like in totality, I thought it was fun, but I don't think it actually does anything crazy, with the exception of like the Gulag or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Like that was. I think that's really cool. I actually really like that mechanic. I don't know how it is now. I know Clay played more of it, and he was talking about like things that are kind of like abusable with certain mechanics in the game.
Loadouts,
yeah.
You can buy your teammates back.
There's a lot of fucking camping going on in the game.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of to be
Well,
expected.
buying your teammates back isn't really that big of a deal.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying like
I think it's a big deal.
Well,
when
it's a
you can
big
buy.
deal when you have the loadout set up right there.
I think reviving your teammates or buying your teammates back is a big deal when you can just do it at the same spot over and over and over and over again. Sure, it costs 4.5K, but they should like close out the option for the one spot that you do it at. I had to go to a different one if you want to pick someone up.
I'd only see it as a problem.
Or make it
if,
cost more money each time you die.
Well, the thing is like
Yeah.
I'd only see it as a problem if your teammate didn't come back with just a pistol. You know what I mean? Like, you're straight up naked when you come back, so it's like it's not that big.
I was just saying like you can buy your teammates back. I wasn't trying to say like it's a problem or whatever. I'm just
My problem with it.
Well, yeah, we were
definitely-
just talking about problems.
yeah.
My problem with it definitely falls on the whole, like loadout thing going there. Like,
yeah,
your buddies come back and it's just like, oh man, I'm back, but I really didn't lose anything because it's just like I won the gunfight and the thing, which you generally have to work for, and then you come back, go to a loadout box that's right next to the fucking spawn point, and then it's just like it's easy. So I can definitely see that being an issue, and of course the campers are fucking annoying, but I don't know. I definitely thought it was a solid BR. I think it's fun. I've been watching Doc play a little bit of it, and a couple other one other streamer playing it.
Eris.
And it definitely seems cool. Like it seems like a solid BR. Like if you're looking for that solid BR experience, it's probably. I mean, with the other BRs on the market, I imagine it's probably worth a play just to check it out.
Much else.
I mean, it's free, so
it is free. Not on your storage, but
yeah.
But yeah. I mean, those are my thoughts on it. I had fun playing it, but ultimately it's a BR, and honestly, like the boys in the Discord, we just been fucking like enjoying the fuck out of Siege. So
yeah,
it's a lot more chill of an experience to just get on and play a couple games of Siege rather than get on and get triggered over.
Get yelled at by some university boys.
Man, that one guy was so fucking annoying, dude. he was
shot contest.
Hit that same guy. Like
Oh, we're talking about the guy who was putting pressure.
Mm-hmm.
What a
Bex,
dumbass!
why don't you just come over to my house and play for me?
So wait, what were you gonna mention to me about Siege?
Oh, me? Oh, I was trying to say that. I mean, I guess I'll say it now since we're talking about Siege a little bit. But no, it was when you mentioned about Ash being Jewish, right? And then after a couple of seconds later, I thought about it. I was like,
oh god, don't say it.
I was like, don't, yeah, but
don't say it.
I'm gonna leave it at that. So like,
yeah,
if you get the reference, I don't think it's an actual reference, but it's kind of fucked up.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
I'll be. I gotta go.
Let's just say it's a historical reference, but yeah.
I don't think it's intentional. If it is, it's fucked up. But yeah, Siege is honestly just taking the cake when it comes to like shooters. Honestly, Doom is of course there, but that's more like single. I don't really prize the others.
The problem with BRs for me nowadays is I feel like it's like that with MMOs, right? Where WoW was like my first MMO, and so I have the most sentimental value with it. And whenever I play other MMOs, I don't like them, and I don't get the same drive from them.
Yeah. I think the competitive side of I mean, Siege is pretty competitive too, but I don't know. Maybe it just has to do with the format itself. Like the competitive side of BRs is just such a fucking pain in the ass. It's more of a headache for when I play them, just because it's like I feel like it's people will be more desperate to try to do certain things, that it's just like it's kind of hard to get around that. Sometimes you just counter them.
Yeah.
Whereas in Siege and that kind of structure, it's easier to counter. But I don't know. It's fun. I think it's definitely a solid BR based on what I played. That was, keep in mind, the first 3 days when after it came out. I thought it was definitely fun. I was having a good time playing it.
Yeah.
Feels responsive. It's got that Call of Duty, sharpness to it.
Yeah.
But of course, when you have a BR and a bunch of 15-year-old boys who are at home because of the pandemic shit, you get people in buildings. But
yeah, like there's like one big issue I have with the game. Like I think it's a big issue overall is the sounds are fucked up.
Yeah.
Like and footsteps are like not audible at all.
Oh yeah, I hated that.
And
well,
then
at first I was like, oh good.
The personal problem, like the other problem, is just it is an actual personal problem. Is like the map is too accessible because like you can go on any roof of any building and you just like camp there. You know, you can go like almost like literally anywhere on the map. And it's really annoying. There'll be times it happens more often than other BRs where games are ended by the circle.
Yeah.
Not through like being the last one standing through a gunfight. It's actual circle kills. Because someone's on a roof and another person's on ground floor.
Yeah.
That's really annoying to me.
Oh yeah. That's the thing I was going to say. So like the WoW comparison primarily has to do with PUBG. As much as we talk shit about the game, I feel like I had the most fun out of any VR. So I don't think anything's gonna top that for me. So I don't know. And I also too, because I feel like I know some people don't like the slow pace of PUBG, but I kind of like it more than the fast pace. Get in, get out, get in, get out. Like, and I'm ADHD and everything. It drives me fucking nuts, dude. I really just don't like it. The get in, get out fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It just makes me not want to play anymore. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like I learn anything, if that makes sense. Because the matches just happen. It's just too fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That was kind of probably my biggest issue with what's that game? Apex.
Oh.
I feel like the games are too short. Like they just happen so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was only wasn't there only was it 60 or 80? It was a very small amount of people in the VR, right?
Well, even still, like
I think it was 30.
The way it was designed was to be quick games. Even Warzone is like that.
It's Respawn.
Yeah. Warzone's like that too. Like, and I know there's a lot of people, but the games actually go by really fast.
I also think there's too many people in Warzone, and they're gonna add more apparently.
Oh man.
Fuck that.
See, I feel like when it comes to Apex, a lot of reasons that game is super fast, less people, kind of a small map, so like and people run fucking fast, so like you're covering ground real fast.
Yeah.
So that game was designed to be fast.
There's also shit in the Apex maps that are like inaccessible. Like you have big like rock structures and stuff in the map that's just dead space. Like, so it kind of makes the map even smaller. I mean, I like the fast VR formula as well. I like the slow. I could appreciate the simplicity of PUBG, even though PUBG was a fucking piece of shit. I think I can appreciate the simplicity of PUBG, but also respect the fast-paced nature of like Apex and like Warzone and other games like that. Just because I don't want to die and then watch my bros just for fucking like 40 minutes and then get in and get killed by somebody who I walk into 2 houses, don't find shit, and then somebody else finds a fucking like
M16.
Yeah.
their first
Or
fucking-
M4.
And then I get to watch for another 40 minutes on my phone. Like, bro, that shit sucks. So I can appreciate both
The
formats.
tree.
The tree
Yeah.
kills me, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah, they're all different from each other, which is what their goal is. Like, make a BR that's not the same as the other BRs.
Yeah.
So they all have different elements, and you can appreciate each one of them.
I
For what they're doing.
really like the gulag shit.
Yeah, that's just
I
cool.
really like it. I
Mhm.
think that's fucking cool. And it's like, if they got rid of the loadout shit, I feel like that would be really cool. Like, you get the chance to respawn, maybe lower the cost a little bit, and then like Chris said, it gets like higher the more that character dies.
Mhm.
That way it's more fair. You're not just like
If you
coming
need to
back.
keep bringing your teammate back, if they're really drawing you back, you're gonna have to decide, man.
Yeah.
Do
I need to do this?
Do I spend fucking 12K to bring back Timothy?
Yeah.
He even lost his gulag match. Still, this is like
Yeah. I feel like that would be fair. That'd be more of a better adjustment for the thing.
Mhm.
I think the loadout box is kind of fucking broken, honestly. But
yeah, because part of BRs is like part of it's supposed to be luck, right?
Yeah.
You get something good.
yeah, and then find a way to get something better off of somebody else.
Yeah.
So like bringing back a teammate or them bringing back themselves for this matter, like
Not farm 6K and
Going-
then get your build.
going back or going through like a building, maybe sharing guns, so that sort of stuff. Like I feel like that would be better for that BR. And
Yeah.
considering how often BRs come out, like nowadays, even though people might be like, "Oh, it's BR all the time," it's like there's not really that many of them.
It almost eliminates the looting factor of BRs.
Well, yeah, it absolutely does because
Like-
it's just like you die. There's loadout boxes all over the fucking place.
Mhm.
I could come back with a fucking like FAL with a goddamn scope on it. Like that shit's fucked up.
And
Like
4,500 isn't hard to get, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel
I don't
like it's very attainable.
they'll probably fix it.
Yeah.
It's doing well on the community, so I think they'll tune certain things, and then what we'll have is something more pleasurable to play. Although I feel for myself, I'm done. Honestly, I enjoy Siege more, and that download is fucking heavy.
Yeah, dude.
on top of the actual, if it was a separate fucking game, that's another thing. It's the download. You have to download the goddamn game in order to play the goddamn game.
hmm
It's like, I don't know, dude.
Download the full game just for a portion of the game. For one
What's
game,
the raw game? Like 70, 80 gigs, and then
something like that.
You have to download the retail portion of the game to play the free version of the game.
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
It's pretty absurd.
I looked at it, and altogether I think it was 120 gigs or something like that for the entire thing.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
The update I got was 101 gigs.
The update, was. The update
my
itself was
fucking
big.
I'm surprised my ISP didn't come to my door with a fucking shotgun, honestly. After fucking that Siege update,
Mhm.
the COD update, I'm downloading games before Animal Crossing, so I'm so goddamn bored.
Mhm. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is that it's definitely one of the more better BR experiences I had with the games I play with you guys. I was having fun with it, and we had a couple games where, or there was that one game where we got close. We were like number 2 or whatever, right?
We were really close.
Yeah, we were really close. So those times, I had a good time overall. But it's a BR, so it's like, meh, you know what I mean? So, there are some cool things about it, you know, the Gulag thing and nice features and all that stuff. But you know, they have solos. They have what do you call them? Trios, triples, whatever. Yeah. I wish they had quads. Like what?
Squads, I guess.
Or, yeah.
I don't. Another thing. Why the fuck didn't they add quads, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably, but it's just like, even if somebody's like, "Ooh, fucking," they have trios and there's like 100 and something people in the game and they'll add it and it's like that's great, but like, if there's like over 100 people in the game, why the fuck not quads?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Faka said they're gonna add more people, right? So wouldn't that be an opportunity to throw in quads too? Or I don't know, like, duos be cool. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish they had like.
I always thought that solos, duos, and quads were like the standard for Battle Royale. The only exception was Apex because it was like composition-based.
Heroes, yeah.
This one, it's not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe
I
it
think-
was a technical. Maybe fucking development was like hell, and they couldn't get it ready. But you know, it had to come out.
Mm-hmm.
You know how things get with like Activision and shit.
Yeah,
so who
crunch
knows?
time, blah blah blah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Get it out.
Threatening to put tarantulas down your pants before if they don't get it down.
Bobby
Get it out in
Kodak
time.
coming over to your house, fucking your wife, and threatening to kill your kids.
Wait, what?
Huh? What?
What?
I mean, speaking of tarantulas, man.
Now we can segue.
I caught one.
Clever segue into
Animal Crossing.
my star of the month for sure.
Yes,
Jump on
for
that,
sure.
jump on
The
the spot.
the MVP of the month, dude. Holy shit. Especially during these hard times right now.
I don't even know where to really start with this game.
Day one.
Well, I
What
mean,
fruit? What fruit you get?
Day by
What
day.
neighbor- what
I
fruit you
I'm a
get and what
stickler.
neighbors you got?
I'm a stickler because I was like, yo, I've always had oranges in my town. I'm a big fan of oranges. I like the smell, I like the flavor. Like, I want fucking oranges.
Mhm.
So I was convinced that I would have to re-roll a bunch of times, and I rolled my town. I had a layout that I made because I'm a fucking Animal Crossing nerd, and I'm like, oh man, dude, I'm ready to fucking play this game. I've
Mhm.
waited for fucking ever to play this game. And it's the reason why I'm on this fucking podcast, right? And I literally only had to reroll once because the first time I got it was this like ugly ass character, and I was like, nope, not having it. So I re-rolled the second time, got Goth Ram, so I'm super stoked about it. But,
Muffy was her name, was
yeah,
it?
Muffy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got this cool ass French frog. He's pretty cool too.
Mhm.
But yeah, like it's been like what, a week, over a week,
Yes.
over a week with the game, and I'm honestly in love with the game. There are things that I can bitch about, but ultimately, like I feel like my experience with the game is it's Animal Crossing. It
Mhm.
feels fun for me to play. It's a very particular game, you know, but it
Mhm.
feels satisfying. You know, I've used this term a bunch of times. It's a virtual Zen garden. It's a kind of a pseudo daily simulator, you know, and it's like it's a sim. You know, it feels fun to kind of micromanage the things that you do during the day in an actual day's time, you know, and of course it could be a bit grindy, but it definitely feels like they ironed out a lot of shit. There's a lot of like nice life, what do you call them?
Quality of life. updates.
Quality of life changes in
Yeah.
the game. The customization feature's great.
Mhm.
A lot of things are really expensive when it comes to like upgrades and stuff. So that to me feels good because it's like it gives me something. It gives me more of a satisfaction when I actually pay shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bugs and creatures look great. The animals look great. The personalities definitely seem more refined. There's still those like dead ends where it's just like, oh man, I've talked to this villager like 2 times in the past hour, and they've said, or 3 times in the past hour, and they've said the same exact fucking thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely digging it. I we'll get into like the Nintendo Direct thing afterwards.
Right.
But my initial thoughts on it is it's honestly one of the strongest honeymoons that I've experienced in a long fucking time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it feels responsive. It feels good. It's locked at 30 frames, but it's like I don't even notice. Like it just feels perfect for this type of.
Oh
game.
yeah. I've definitely gotten used to it. Like not too long after. Yeah.
And the visuals are great. Like
yeah.
it's easily one of the prettiest games on the goddamn Switch.
Oh,
like
for
without
sure.
question.
Without a question.
And it's super satisfying to play.
A lot of detail. Yeah, a lot of detail in the.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
Mhm.
down to like very specific things. Like you can customize, like I said earlier, like you get a drum set, you can customize certain things on the drum set. You could put custom patterns and everything. I put a picture of my fucking dad on a magazine. Like it's ultimately, it's really fucking cool. I've had a couple of really cute experiences. Like,
Yeah.
Some of the characters I've never even had before.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a lot of customization. Easily one of the most customizing games.
Yes, absolutely.
On the Switch, or just in general,
Mhm.
really. Like ours, like Minecraft or something.
Mhm.
But I still have not hit. I haven't even got the Able Sisters yet. I haven't hit the customizing the landscaping shit yet.
Mhm.
I'm still breeding hybrids and all that sort of stuff, and it's been like over a week, and I definitely see a lot of replayability with the game. I suppose I can kind of get into like the negative sides for me personally, is like,
yeah,
there's certain parts of, without like really spoiling it for people, like there's certain parts of like upgrading your house and upgrades in general that are kind of like restricted, like not even restricted, they just flat out aren't in the fucking game. I don't know why swimming isn't in the game.
Oh yeah, diving and stuff.
Kind
Yeah,
of weird.
Mhm.
Like even the diving, I could see them like taking it out, but like swimming's just not in the game on a fucking like
beautiful
island.
game. Yeah, unfortunately.
Doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll add it. I keep hearing that.
I think
I kind of tired of hearing it, but like it is something that like I feel like I'm just gonna have to acknowledge. It's just like I've come to the conclusion that this game was probably not done.
Yeah.
And they took the 9 months to say, hey, let's make this a nice foundation for people to play while we can patch out and add certain things over the year, the years, hopefully. Which is what they pretty much mentioned in the what was it, the
mini direct, right?
Or the mini direct. God,
yeah.
I'm fucking cold. This fan's blowing out of my face. But yeah, that's hopefully where I'm hoping they're going with it.
Yeah.
You know, which is what they've pretty much shown. If you haven't seen already, they announced the April Bunny Day event, and instead of like in the past with Animal Crossing, for those who don't know, they did one day was an event and that's it. Like Thanksgiving, you go and you do cool tasks. You do this, you get cool furniture, you get cool this, cool that, talk to special characters, and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems like they're doing like kind of like the mobile game format, which I'm not opposed to because I played Pocket Camp too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the 12-day thing, you get almost 2 weeks of fucking content to do. You can grind out shit. You can get furniture for that event that's limited. And then, you know, it goes away and they can do that throughout the year in different events and stuff. They can even make up events and stuff. So I'm definitely hoping that they keep to that sort of formula and it becomes something that's like every month there's something like an event to do, you know?
Yeah, I really like the gameplay loop of things this time around too, like because especially with the nuke miles, I think that for me sells the whole like gameplay because of like it feels like you're always doing something, you're achieving something, and like with that you can like farm the nuke miles tickets, and you know that'll of course get you like, you know, more resources or tarantulas, whatever you want to do, right? Obviously the game looks beautiful, like down to the detail, like especially, you know, like during the different hours, like in the morning, the daytime, nighttime, and when it's raining, whatever, like it just looks fantastic. Like I'm just like, holy shit, dude.
The dynamic weather
music is sick.
The music is great.
The music is good.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic weather effects, in my opinion, are fucking fantastic. Watching the sky like dynamically and like seamlessly change from point to point, like I'll look up and be like, what the fuck? When did the sky turn this color? I didn't even notice it, but I was noticing it in my peripheral the whole time. Like, that's something like playing the older Animal Crossing games, even the one on 3DS, which is like, you know, it's like, it's so fucking noticeable because of the pixel graphics and stuff. So, yeah. I have my gripes. Like, I don't know if all my favorite characters in the game, I know a lot of my special characters that, you know, were in previous games weren't in the game, but there's hope for that too, because they're talking about another event in April adding Leaf.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be a limited thing or if it's like, oh, Leaf's coming in for this month. And then, you know, like I hope Leaf comes back. You know what I mean? Like I want them to add shit like Red, like Katrina and shit like that. Because those are not necessarily core parts of the game, but parts that spice things up. And like you said, the gameplay loop is fantastic this time around. Islands could be pretty. I mean, they could be pretty tedious. You know, not even tedious, but it's just like, oh, another island. This is what I got.
It's kind of like a lottery.
Like, yeah, it's exactly. And that's kind of like something that's been a foundation of like Animal Crossing in general is like the RNG of things, the random, and it's not like the bad RNG. It's the good that's like the spice of life type of, you know, what's going to happen today in Animal Crossing, I guess was like Logan for a time, you know? So it's like that kind of thing applies to islands, and the gameplay loop is pretty good, honestly. Like,
oh yeah,
go to an island. Oh, is it going to be an island with fucking good shit? It's not like New Leaf where you go to an island and, you know, abuse the system of just, catching beetles at fucking, you know, 7:00. So it feels a lot more rewarding, and I hope that they continue to support the game for
sure.
At
I
least,
think
you know,
they
2 years.
They definitely will. Oh yeah, they I think they.
And with the amount that is sold, it's kind of unquestionable, right? Because this game fucking sold record-breaking sales like within a week of it being out.
Yeah. Let me pull out something relating to that. So
1.8 million.
As of from this tweet anyway, let me see. 1.8 million physical units in Japan. So alone.
That's just Japan.
That's just Japan.
Yeah. So and it was pretty popular in the West too. So.
In Europe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that considered West?
That's considered West. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remembered I saw Europe sales, and apparently people were really surprised with how well it did in Europe.
I feel like the game's officially hit blown up status, which is great. You know, and it's also, like you said earlier, it's a pretty nice thing to have in what we're dealing with nowadays.
Yeah.
But I fucking, even despite the missing features, which I'm still like, you know, deep inside somewhere, there's somebody, Grumpy Todd, salty about it. And optimistic Todd on the other shoulder is hoping that they add it. I am in love with the game. Like, I love spending time in the game, and I love playing it.
You can love the game and enjoy it, but be like, yeah, this could be better.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
I
I mean,
it should be better.
That's smart. I'm not sucking the game's dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's got its, as we always say, it's got its flaws.
Yes.
And hopefully, the good thing about it is that the flaws that this game has isn't internal. It's external flaws. They could add things like that.
Yeah,
they can add on top of it, and as long as they're not like, "Hey, you guys like Katrina? $10 DLC, brother." Like, no. If they add Katrina in the summer, it's like, "Hey guys, from now on, guess what? Katrina's gonna start coming to your town." I'm gonna be like, "Yes, let's do it." Like, you know, like that's something that's pretty exciting. You know, they could always bring Captain back, and you know, there's just a bunch of. Well, that's Tour Timer. People are speculating.
Oh man.
But yeah, because Tour Timer's a tortoise and Captain's a kappa.
Yeah.
I thought Captain died.
Maybe he's fucking old as shit, but they're both old as shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I fucking love this game. It's such a pleasant thing to play for me.
Yeah.
I like designing things and all that sort of stuff, but.
Oh yeah, it's very. It definitely is like the most expressive potentially for for any game like this, of course, and within Animal Crossing, this is definitely the best one, best one yet. Complaints, I guess you can say. One thing I would like to say is that co-op. I wish there was a little more to it than that. Like, I mean, you can show off your island, whatever, but I kind of wish that you can go on the random islands with your friends and stuff. So it would kind of give like that more sense of like adventure and stuff. It would have something a little more to do and stuff.
Yeah. I agree.
And you can, when it comes to like looting stuff, you can you can go, there are several ways about it. Like you can like split it with your friend, or just have it so that you guys can still get the equal amount of loot still, or whatever. Kind of like in Borderlands, you can like sort of like share loot, that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's really, other than that, I really don't have too much to complain about. Like, I think it's really just
one island per console. It's kind of I think
pretty
a fair argument.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Only have a friend named Aaron. Him and his wife have one Switch, and they literally have to share an island.
Got it.
So they have to share. They have to share resources.
Mm-hmm.
What is cool is they both get their own house, but like the 6 rocks you got, they gotta share it.
Right.
The fruits, they gotta share it. Think, and that's kind of sucky.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not limited per cartridge. It's literally per console.
It's
Yeah.
pretty terrible just because it's like if you, I mean, it brings me to another gripe, right? We need maybe this sounds entitled, but we need the fucking backups.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they said
yeah,
they were
yeah.
they said they were gonna do them. They had set them at the point where it's just like, oh well, you could do the backup, or you could get your backup if your stream or your Twitch or your goddamn it, if your fucking Switch hit the shit, and we could pretty much bring back your town, your save, blah 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 blah. And they said, oh well, it's only one time. You know what I mean? And then they changed it in the video. So I imagine they're just kind of refining the whole process of like, yeah, if your Switch dies, you have your Animal Crossing town you've literally spent a year plus on. That time's going to be impossible to get back. So hopefully they're able to make that service
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
available
that's an
sooner.
entitled request.
No, I mean, well, people will
Because-
misinterpret. I'm just trying to clarify. But
I understand. Okay.
It needs to be there. It just needs to be something that comes out sooner than later. I know they're going to allow you to do system transfers too at a later point as well. So hopefully they get those services out because that honestly that's something that I'm not going to really kind of hold back on. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like to have to put that much time. I've easily put fucking 40, 50 hours in this game already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if my Switch were to eat shit now, like I don't get it. I literally have to buy another Switch and start all over.
It would be feels bad. Yeah.
Somebody probably
And
is.
you bet your ass
inevitably
I'm
that-
time skipping.
Oh,
I have to start
fucking
over.
sure. But yeah, it needs to be a service. Like not needs to be a service. They're doing it, but it needs to be soon.
An option.
Needs to be soon, and it needs to be more than once. Like people, there's got to be ways to fucking make it so that people don't abuse that shit. It's a non-competitive game, and I can agree with the cooperative thing. Like in New Leaf, you could go to islands and and play games with your friends and stuff, and it's like that is not in this game.
I honestly,
Like I can have people over my town, which is cool, and eventually I can make games like, for instance, like back in the day, City Folk stuff used to be able to like you have a spinny wheel, and you have that in this game too. But you have a spinny wheel, and you essentially would build like a Mario Party stage in your map.
Oh yeah.
And you could do that in this game, and I imagine there's probably like a plethora of fucking shit
people
you can
have
do with
already
your buddies.
made like people will jump on like these carved out sections, like how you can jump over small gaps.
Yeah.
And they'll basically have someone in the middle like slam their net down, and then they kind of try to walk at each other and try to hit each other with their net.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
people
think
basically making little battle royales.
it'll be honestly this game's multiplayer at this current point because there's nothing stopping Nintendo from actually just doing DLC that would add shit. They did it in New Leaf like twice. They added the Amiibo update and they added the Desert Island Escape, right? So there's nothing stopping them from actually adding that content, which is fucking fantastic. But as of right now, the current game is very solid, missing some things, and the multiplayer aspect of it is very reliant upon you being. It's kind of like Halo 3 back in the day, where you kind of have to make your own fun out of cooperative things, which is possible. But maybe in time, maybe give it a month or whatever, people will be like, oh yeah, we got bored, we started making these goofy ass custom games, and here's what you can do at your island, and it becomes like some IGN video, and then everybody starts doing it.
Yeah.
And that would be really cool. You know what I mean? Like that's fun. I eventually think people will make their own fun out of it, but keep the content rolling for this game. That's my last thoughts on it. I want to see more content. The Leaf shit, fucking that gets my dick hard. You know what I mean? Like the April events, all these holidays that are gonna come out, fucking that's awesome. You know what I mean? Keep supporting it. Every month have some sort of update that people have new items work for. New items, you know what I mean? Like there's a thought deep in my brain that's like, past the items that I've seen already, like there's a sense of like hollowness to like on the scale of items that they have in this game, which makes me even think more that the game wasn't really finished. So I imagine over time the game is gonna get supported like crazy, and there'll be a shit more items and cool stuff to work for, and the crafting mechanic will make that feel even better.
Yes.
So yeah.
Any other comments you wanted to throw in, Chris?
This is my first Animal Crossing game.
Yes.
I tried playing. What was the DS one? New Leaf.
Oh, New Leaf.
Couple things I couldn't get into was the fact that I didn't have a 3DS. I had a 2DS. So couldn't play it for long periods of times without getting like hand cramps or headaches.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this anxiety because I was working a lot, where it was like had these bears like, "Hey, you're gonna visit my birthday party tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And then my work calls me in like, "Hey, you gotta come into work tomorrow," and I was like, "What do I do?" And Danielle's like, "You just don't show up to the party."
Oh, no.
And then I couldn't take it, so I didn't show up to the party, and I never came back to the town.
Ah.
I got work tomorrow. I'll take the plane out.
it was literally like that. But my living situation's a bit different. I feel like I'm getting a lot of creative. I used to back in like Todd talked about Halo 3. I used to do a lot of forging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to spend hours doing that, just making stuff. And I feel like I can kind of get this here.
Mm-hmm.
And the time gate is a nice limitation to ensure that I don't spend hours and hours. I mean, I'm still spending hours and hours playing it, but it makes it easier to be like, hey, I gotta go do something.
Yeah.
Hit the minus button, save and quit.
Yeah.
You know,
mm-hmm.
It's.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm missing out on something by not playing. But at the same time, I can feel like if I have the free time, I can keep playing. It has a nice loop. I like the Nook Miles and the bells. Like you always need a little bit of both, or a lot more than one than the other right now for me. But it's been an experience. As someone who's never played Animal Crossing, some of the gripes that Todd has, I don't fully understand because I didn't play those ones.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but I understand. But no, the game's super fun and addicting. If I'm still in the honeymoon phase, then fine. But it's like, I don't know. It's been really fun. I've been playing it every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's made it hard to get my Final Fantasy stuff done. But good game. I'm glad that I was able to get into Animal Crossing. The tools breaking, I thought it would be a pain in the ass, because like weapon degradation was something that kept me from finishing Breath of the Wild.
Oh gosh!
But I think because these are tools and not weapons needing for fighting, I think there's something in there that makes it alright for me. That I'm like, oh, I just gotta build a better tool.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And as someone who played a lot of Harvest Moon, did a lot of like creativity stuff in like Halo. Slowly building up my town and using the QR codes to make paths because I don't have the pathing tool. Like that kind of stuff has been really. It's been kind of a personal adventure.
Yeah,
I've really enjoyed it.
I mean, I guess we can share our neighbors. What neighbors you have so far on your island?
Zucker, Pico. I think I'm saying that right.
Oh, Peko.
Peko.
Yeah, Peko.
Pekoe, I think.
Yeah, Peko or Peko. I don't know. Yeah.
Diva.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles, Snake, and Cheddar just moved in.
Uh-huh.
Don't know how I feel about Cheddar. He looks like fucking a cheesy version of fucking what's his name from Cat Dog?
Winslow.
Fucking
Winslow? Okay.
Fucking angry Winslow. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Todd?
I'll file some complaints.
Right.
I got so I have all new villagers. And I plan on moving my favorite 3 in with Amiibo once my campsite is not occupied. But I have Bianca the White Leopard. I have Muffy the Goth Ram. I have Cousteau the French Frog. I have Clay the Hamster. And I got Marina the Octopus, who is the fucking cutest character in this goddamn game.
Very nice.
Argue with me about it.
For me.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I do.
For me, my first 2 neighbors were Sparrow or Sparrow. I don't know how you want to say it, but Sparrow and Rocket, the pink Power Ranger gorilla, And later on, I for some reason Clay came in first, even though I talked to him like second or last or something like that. And then came Agent S, even though I talked to her last. And then the first one I talked to, Sky, came in last into the island. But she's there, and I even was able to move her house to kind of closer to my house, which is another nice
Sorry
feature.
you missed your birthday.
Oh yeah, the struggle.
Yeah. And then, yeah, but like, you can, move people's houses too. Like you can like build all this kind of stuff, but of course you have to pay for it. You have to kind of have the money on you. You
can't move them over an inch.
Yeah. You gotta move their house completely out of the fucking way.
Mm-hmm. But it works. It worked in my situation, so it's nice. I moved her, across the island, so that was cool. And on the topic of like the neighbors, I like it that you can pretty much pick your neighbors. You can pick them where you have their house, and the campsite also is a nice feature because like there are random villagers that come in, and you can make them your neighbor potentially. So that's like really nice. In the past you couldn't choose your neighbors. They just randomly came in, and so that kind of like that sort of expression, or sort of like the freedom that that this game has now. So that's like to me like really nice. And that all it definitely begins with the nuke miles or whatever. Like you pick your first like 3 neighbors after going to like random islands, and then
if they appear,
if they appear, but when they do appear, you can have the choice to like keep talking to them until you can have them moved into your place or whatever. And then once you build a campsite, that's also really nice too, because that's another way for the villagers to come into, or the animal villagers to come in and potentially have them.
I gotta go, but I'm glad I was able to get my thoughts in.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no problem.
We appreciate it.
Good podcast. Game good. All
right. All right. See you around, dude. All right. So, but yeah, I think that's all I have so far. So it's a really great game. Best Animal Crossing yet. Really highly recommend it. For those who have a Switch, and especially now with with these times right now. And yeah, so but I think we can definitely, it's safe to say that it's been a big hit. This game alone has sold almost another 400,000 Switches because of this game. So that's just really saying something. And we mentioned earlier, in Japan alone, we had 1.8 million sales in physical units, which beats Sword and Shield with 1.3, and then Smash with 1.2. So really, really saying something about this game. And I think it definitely deserves all the praise so far, and all the updates and stuff like that, I really look forward to. So really, really, really glad that it's finally out. So it was definitely worth the wait, all the delay and whatever, like the long wait, especially like from the gap that we had from the Wii U, because we all we got was Amiibo Festival. We don't talk.
Yeah,
so
that was oof.
The closest thing we had to Animal Crossing on the Wii U, like a nice one anyway, was Mario Kart with the Animal Crossing level. Like that it looked really nice, and then we were just like hoping that it would look like this, But now it's here, and it's just it looks absolutely beautiful, and plays well. And that's that. So a couple more things about Animal Crossing. I think I had some like kind of funny little things relating to it. So there's like this little meme right here when people when they first got the game, because it came out, or for those who got it digitally, it came out like 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. for some people, and then midnight for some people, and then so when people come in, it's like no one around, or the neighbors are already asleep or whatever. That's why the meme there's a meme of
The John Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta just looking around like, what the fuck? Like, what?
That's why I waited till the morning, though.
Yeah.
I'm a day behind most people who didn't, but it's just the nature of the game because it's gated by days and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And the customization makes it a lot better just because it's like you're not really missing out. You can still customize and do a bunch of shit. And like I said to Faka yesterday, part of the best magic of this game is, you know, the fact that it does slow down, but you take it over like a period of time. And through that period of time, your town will evolve like based on how you customize it.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, the game is just magical in that way. I got fucked by a tarantula like 10 minutes ago. I misjudged it on my earphones in.
Yeah, so
I think the stream's frozen.
Is this frozen? Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I'm digging it. That's my Animal Crossing thoughts. Digging it. I'm hoping that I'll continue digging it.
Yeah, another little short video that was like kind of showing off was some guy playing and he got fucked by bees, and then right after he got fucked by tarantula. So it's like
brutal.
Yeah, pretty brutal. It can get brutal even in a peaceful game like this. So. And yep. So, and then there was like one weird tweet from Namco because apparently, let's see.
The one where they're getting pissed off because of the Switch thing.
Well, supposedly the person who runs the Ban Namco Twitter was still logged into the Ban Namco Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was meant for their personal Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. I don't disagree with him, you know, like, but yeah, I mean, everybody can agree it was unprofessional, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, burn this guy at the fucking stake. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I think it was
unprofessional, but it's not really. It's not really a lie.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not a big deal at the end of things, and also like it was just funny because it looked like it came from Namco, but it was just it was one of the, I guess, employees that thought was on their personal account. But yeah, so that happened. So I thought it was funny. So
it's pretty funny.
So yep, I think that's it for Animal Crossing stuff. We have a couple more things to talk about really quickly. So our favorite anime series, Fairy Tail. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, is getting released now by the end of June since it was delayed, and so just thought I'd throw that in there because
Skip.
Yeah, there you go. That was our first skip of the day. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. If you're getting Fairy Tail for the GameCube, I don't care.
And then there was a really random thing that came out of nowhere from Sega. It was this image right here, or they opened up a website involving with a man in a karate gi, and there was a number 6 on it with the number 6 being like really different. It stuck out like a sore thumb, and so people thought it was going to be an announcement for Virtua Fighter 6 because it's a niche fighting game, but has a cult following, especially within the FGC or fighting game community, of course. And so that's what people were hoping, but I think I have the tweet right here. Turns out that it was supposed to be like a launch of, or a promotion campaign involving with an old character from Sega's like marketing promotion stuff, which is Segata Sanshiro.
He's back. He's
kind of back because it's his son. That's his actual son in real life, taking on the role of Sanshiro. So it's the actor's son playing Sanshiro. So it's kind of I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I want to be honest, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So
Any
like
of these people.
so Sanshiro like I said, he's kind of like a promotional sort of character. Like,
can you show him a Segata Sanshiro video?
Let me see.
Ooh,
What was that? Was that a
my
chair?
chair.
Oh, okay. I could have thought it was someone's dog.
I wish it was my dog.
Can't say that.
I can say whatever the hell I want.
Sanshiro. What should I do? Like commercial?
Yeah.
There we go. There's just a couple of them. So this was during the Sega Saturn era, so
Yeah.
tells you how old.
90s.
Mhm.
What the fuck? It's just some grown ass man beating the shit out of some kids.
Yeah.
Is this what he does? He just beats the shit out of them and gives them a Sega Saturn?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He just promotes the Sega Saturn or whatever console.
You don't buy the console.
Mhm.
He's gonna show up in a gi and beat the fuck out of you,
Mhm.
and then give you one.
See, look at that. Yeah, see, look at that. He like whoops everyone's ass.
Dude, what the hell is this shit? Guy's just beating the shit out of people. Giving them consoles. What? This is the most Japanese ass shit I've ever seen.
I miss these commercials, dude. These,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
yeah.
Were they in America?
No, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna assume no.
No. No. Is he like beat the shit out of these little kids?
No,
he
no,
doesn't.
no.
Okay.
He just scares them. He just scares them.
Okay. They're too small. They're too small. The preteens, that's fine, but these small kids, no, we can't do that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so you get the point. He's kind of like this like outrageous sort of character. Beats people and does whatever to promote the the console. So he's that.
That's a way to do it.
Hmm?
That's a way to do it.
Yeah. So he's like the character in purposes of marketing, and the actor is really famous too because he played he was like one of the first like Kamen Rider actors. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's why he's like really pretty famous in Japan. So and I guess he has a really strong cult following here in the West. So that's why people were like, oh my God, Sanshiro or whatever. So. Yeah, I guess you can kind of say like he's kind of like the Japanese like Chuck Norris, sort of.
I see it.
Yeah. Except that you can actually, I don't know. Yeah, he does beat people, so yeah. So I guess he is Japanese Chuck Norris. Anyway, so that's the context of it as to why this is like sort of significant amongst the Sega fans. So there you go.
So now his son must beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe he'll.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Very. He's a very handsome boy. Very, very pretty. Like. Kind of like a boy band,
Yeah,
kind of
like
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Yeah. Very boy bandish sort of look, but he's young, and he has a Sanshiro, so who knows? He'll probably be as manly as his dad, but we'll see. We'll see what he can do. Probably like won't straight up like beat up people, but like but we'll see. So anyway, there's another quick thing about another Sega related thing, which is Yakuza. So this tweet right here is kind of like the vehicle of what I'm about to say here, but so Yakuza 7, excuse me, or AKA Like a Dragon, which is supposed to be the latest entry in the series, locked behind one of the or two of the usual features that was always like a thing in past games with New Game Plus and the harder difficulties or whatever. But now apparently they locked him behind a DLC pack for some reason. So
Oof.
yeah, that's like why? Like what? Like that's like an annoying thing. It's just like why would you do that? Like I don't know. That seems like something. What game was it? Didn't Metro Exodus do that or something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
One of like. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, I was just trying to think of like the one non-Japanese game that did that. Metro kind of I think comes to mind, but anyway, so that's annoying.
It's a very EA Activision type of thing that do. So they probably did it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's just annoying. I don't know. That's why I bring it up because I like the Yakuza series and this kind of thing. Yeah, that doesn't fly, and that's definitely not flying with a lot of the Yakuza fans, of course, naturally. So unfortunate. Hopefully, they kind of pull that back or they do something about it. I don't know, but thought I mention it because this ain't cool. It's not. I don't want that in my Yakuza game. Like, come on, dude. This is like what Josh said. Like, this is some like EA/Activision shit. It's like, ugh, come on. But things that more on the better side of things. We when it comes to Nintendo, we have been waiting for some sort of direct, and before, a certain one that has come out recently. We had the Indie World Direct, but sometime after that, it's like, anything else? But then out of nowhere, the mini direct popped out from Nintendo. So I have the video right here, but I'm sure we have some sort of like personal sort of highlight. So anyone want to share their personal sort of like what was the one thing at least that stuck out to you?
Xenoblade.
Yeah, Xenoblade. A lot of people said Xenoblade.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the comparisons?
I've seen some of them. It's
Insane.
Oof. Yeah, insane. It looks.
Actual remastered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't it like they rebuild the models, didn't they, or something like that? Game models.
Some shit. I mean, you could probably play it. It's in the beginning, but you just mute it or whatever while we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that and Bravely Default 2. Bravely Default 2 looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
About Nintendo.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of color.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It almost looks like Xenoblade 2.
Oh yeah.
Which is good because that game's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's something that connects this with Xenoblade 2. So I don't know. I heard like there was some dude with a necklace or something like that like helps tie things together or something like that. I'm not sure because I never played it.
Oh yeah, because when this game originally came to the US, they cut out a portion of the game, the ending, and in the remastered, they're putting that in. So for the first time in the West, we actually get the full game. So
yeah.
That's what that is.
And then there's it was that character with the necklace or whatever, with the gray hair. Yeah. But anyway, and I believe there's some sort of like epilogue after that's coming. It's like called Future Connected or something like that.
I think it's the same thing.
Oh, is it the same thing?
I think that's actually what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's the definitive edition, and then there's Future Connected. So I don't know, like.
Yeah, I think Future Connected is the thing that we didn't get originally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See
that.
Right so, yeah, this is the part right here. Yeah, there's there's Future Connected. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So definitive edition is literally the whole game.
The whole game. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so fucking gorgeous. Goddamn.
It looks really.
The
It looks.
music for this game too is god,
Uh-huh.
so good,
Mhm.
so good.
I thought you'd want to go.
And there's no gotcha yet. Muted again.
Oh yeah.
It's in English. And
Yeah.
do you want to hear this? Hey, it's me, Shulk.
Ultimate version of a modern classic, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive.
The music is really awesome though.
On Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, the music's great. Visuals are great.
Ever before.
I'm not sure if the combat is like the greatest,
Mhm.
but it's like if you liked Final Fantasy 12, it's literally that.
I see. Okay.
So it's not terrible.
Mhm.
It's not an action,
Oh yeah.
but it's real time.
So it's.
type of
Wait,
deal.
is it? Wait, is it turn-based real time? Like what?
Yeah, it's like turn-based real time type of deal.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then like so Shulk even gets a new look. The Monano Blade gets a new look in the Future Connected part. So that's pretty neat. Yeah. It's coming out May 29th, which is actually one of my friends' birthday, which is pretty funny. And then there's a collector's edition of sorts.
That's gonna be my birthday present. My late birthday present.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it comes with the art book, soundtrack, I think, or something like that. You know the works.
Yeah, the whole deal.
The shebang, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people who played Xenoblade were like really happy. Seems like to see how the game is like coming out. So, or
It looks really good.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty pumped for it.
Mhm.
Maybe it'll make me go back and finish 2 when I get done with this
Mhm.
and stomach the gotcha system.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe I may give this a shot, but should I play 2 before I play this, or what's like the order? Like
Nah, play 1.
play 1. Okay.
Yeah, just play 1. I don't know the order, so I don't. I mean, this came out 1st,
Mhm.
right? So I'd say play it in order of release.
Okay.
So I imagine it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. The environments, the characters, they look pretty good. Like really good.
Yeah, Monolith Soft is one of Nintendo's like little side deals that I gotta say like put in a lot of fucking like work into their games.
Mhm.
Like I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I may hate the gotcha shit, but it's a very good quality game.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I can see.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's like a bunch of like ports, from 2K Games, and then there was something from the Marvel game, Ultimate Alliance, I believe,
Ultimate Alliance,
with
man,
the
or whatever the fuck that shit is.
yeah,
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Mr. Fantastic with a beard.
That's so that's like kind of
He looks like Doctor Strange.
yeah.
I don't know why he did that.
Mhm. Doom kind of sounds like I don't know, not the same. It's just whatever.
Chris said like, how could one of the coolest villains come out of Fantastic Four?
Right?
Like, Doom's too cool for Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the game Faka's gotta play.
Oh, the underwater shit.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You don't like being on the water?
Well, if it's like a platformer,
Mhm.
I'm down. First person, underwater, no.
Yeah, it's like a 2D sky scroller, Metroid looking ass game.
Mhm.
That looks cool.
Oh yeah, you will love Soma, which is like a game that Chris sort of
Oh,
played.
Oh, Soma?
Yeah, Soma.
Yeah, I know about Soma.
Yeah. That is a great underwater first person part.
oh.
I remember that.
Mhm.
Did
And
you guys talk about this?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a new update for Animal Crossing. Mentioned about that. Hopefully they'll add more features with this free update. But like I said, like I think it'll only grow. It'll only get better over time. There's this.
Oh yeah,
weird...
they showed the new Pokemon stuff.
Oh yeah, they did too. Yeah, they showed this weird game, the Good Job or whatever it's called. Catherine, full body, and then what was this one? Oh, the rhythm game addition to Ring of Fit Adventure, I guess. And then yeah, which is I guess the best time to buy it because people can't go outside. Yeah, yeah, Beat Saber. Yeah,
Gotta stay fit.
Gotta stay fit inside the house. So yeah,
Rhythm games.
Yep. I guess there's new ports or whatever, or more ports, excuse me. And then there, Smash. That was like one of the big ones, right? Another big one. They announced a character. No, not. They didn't directly announce a character, but who?
They said it's from ARMS, right?
Yeah, it's from ARMS.
Yeah.
So let me just put this screen
They
right.
only announced the arms
Yeah.
of said character.
So they show this screen right here, which I think this is pretty much the entire roster of ARMS, right?
So wait, they're making people guess which character it could be?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know.
Smash community's probably beating the shit out of each other.
Doesn't really matter who it is. If it's from ARMS, they're just gonna riot.
It's probably gonna be.
I want Twin Tail.
Twin Tail, yeah, pretty cool. Min Min, I like Min Min. Min Min.
Which one's Min Min? Is that the ramen girl?
The blonde chick right here, on the top right.
Oh, okay.
She had the dragon arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of playing off the whole like Chinese thing.
Is that a clown?
On the the bottom left, sorta. Yeah. Yeah. It has some interesting designs, but I don't know, the game itself was kind of like but it's like one of those launch games that that you try out and it's like, all right, that's kind of cool, and then you kind of get tired of it after. But it sort of had a competitive thing going on, but it sort of has a following still. But yeah, we have an ARMS character coming to Smash, and people aren't happy with it because
most of the minority are just kind of pissed off, but then the majority of people are just like, see what it's going on about this character.
Gonna end up being pay to win good.
I hope it's not like Byleth. Holy shit.
Wow, people
introducing Byleth again.
Oh yeah. What if it was Hilda or some shit, the pink motorcycle handle?
No.
But no, anyway.
They announced another Fire Emblem character. People are gonna fucking eat their own ass out.
Oh yeah, dude. But yeah, Nintendo characters so far. So, I mean, I'm not.
These were all chosen by Nintendo themselves. So.
Yeah, they were chosen by Nintendo themselves already. So, what can they do, right? So, yeah. Yeah, and plus, the fact that this potentially breaks the whole assist trophy, thing is like almost out of the window. I mean, they could just pick
if they announce them.
Yeah. They could announce regular old fucking Springman right here, the guy with the blue hair, as the character, and that'll mean definitely that assist trophies mean shit when it comes to choosing characters and stuff like that for playable fighters. So, Chris had the thing, or Endergamma had that tweet where he's like, "Don't give me hope," and Lynn can potentially be in Smash even though she's a assist trophy right now. So, there's that. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. They'll probably just pick the one character, whoever it is, but maybe potentially they could. Maybe they'll throw in the thing where kind of like what Zelda and Sheik did in the past where you can hit down B to transform. Maybe down B can tag out the fighters. I don't know, kind of like what Pokemon Trainer does right now.
They can make some generic ass arms attacks and shit, and then like have Echo fighters, and for every Echo fighter, there's like a little subtle difference or some shit, or
something like
different
that.
skins or some shit.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Anything can go. Yeah.
It'll be different. They got springy arms, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know any other character with springy arms.
Yeah.
The character will probably be your undoing.
Did. Probably. Byleth was my undoing. And then King K. Rool was my undoing.
The King K. Rool was you undoing your Switch and putting it in the closet so you could set up your PS4 for Nioh.
Yeah, and then undoing my PS4 for Nioh and then setting it back up for
Animal Crossing. Yep. So,
but new Smash character could be fun.
Yeah. And people have been speculating that there might be a big update for ARMS because right now there's a free game trial or something like that for people who have the online membership. So yeah, so it could be potentially a new ARMS game or just a big update for the already existing game or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what ARMS, where ARMS goes. And then there's Bravely Default. Is it 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
This game also looks really pretty.
Yeah.
It's like painted.
Yeah, the art style's cool.
Yeah, the environment looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know if people don't know what Bravely Default is. It's basically what old school Final Fantasy games used to be, or were.
Right.
Are. Yeah, are. English is my second language. But yeah, as you can see, you have like you'll see in a second. I don't know if they showed it, the job changing and shit.
Oh yeah. It'll come up.
But yeah, there's like a lot of old school shit. So it's like if you're into that old school Final Fantasy shit, you'll probably really like this game.
I
think and it has like the I think it's the same artist who does Granblue.
Oh
like
yeah.
The people who do Tactics.
Oh, look at the name of the character. It's Seth.
Yeah, that's Seth. That's Seth.
Yeah, what's up?
Damn, you look pretty cool in the game.
I always look cool.
If Faka ever played this, he never has to change his main character's name.
Yeah, dude.
I always look cool. Look at me in Street Fighter.
Always. Yes. Yeah, dude. Especially in Street Fighter 5.
I have titties now.
Yeah, dude.
Just like he's always wanted.
Well, there is a difference between wanting titties on my body and wanting titties in the palm of my hand.
True. Against your body.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. As opposed to on my body.
Yeah.
Actually attached to your body.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So yep.
That's the other game
So obviously this is turn-based, yes, right? So another turn-based game. Pretty neat from the art style. Were there any other ones? I think there's like a couple other like small little games that were announced, like this ninja game. I kind of forgot what the name was. It kind of gave off like that Splatoon-y sort of vibe. Kind of like with the with the colors and like the I don't know, just the art style. It's just called a Ninjala, I guess. But competitive game, go around attacking people and stuff like that. This one kind of stuck out to me because not only the Jedi game is coming out or being ported. They're slapping this back in. Star Wars Racer Episode 1? Like, holy shit, dude. I used to play this game, like, a lot as a kid on the N64. Like, what? Like, who would have thought this game would come back? It's just almost kind of like the, like a weird, like, F-Zero sort of substitute. Because, like, you go really fast, and, like, when you hit the wall, you're like, like, you blow the fuck up, dude.
Just like real pod racing.
Just like real pod racing. Now this is
Now
pod race.
that's pod race.
Now that's pod race. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And then the Panzer Dragoon. That's also another like niche game. People, I kind of heard like people kind of giving this game like flack just because like it's got the remake name in there, but it doesn't look as good or whatever, or like it's not like it doesn't look graphically look all like, you know, polished, I guess you can say, because of like Xenoblade and, you know, Final Fantasy 7 that's coming out, you know. So I just I don't really understand why. Other than like I don't know, I mean, it's like I don't know what people were expecting. Like I don't think this was supposed to be like a big budget like remake for the game. It's a really niche game.
Bunch
so
of bitches.
yeah, I guess so, right?
Bunch of bitches.
And I guess there's a Elder Scrolls Blaze, and then Trails of Cold Steel also coming. Oh yeah, here's the more stuff on the expansion pass for Pokemon. Looking pretty good. They show off more of Kubfu and the evolved forms. So again, like you can like choose which one you want. So if you want the dark type one, or you want the water type one, and they do like different stuff, like the single strike.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, that's someone in Sword. So I guess I think we can have her in our game.
The chick?
The chick with the purple or the pink hair.
She's hot as fuck, dude.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yeah. But you haven't seen her on Twitter?
I haven't been on Twitter lately.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, she
I'm
got
about to check Twitter right now.
I forget her name. And then this guy is in the Shield version. So.
Oh. Great.
Oh, because you have Shield. That's right.
Oh, you have Shield.
Oh.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and there's Mustard with the dojo and stuff.
Yeah,
The old guy.
The guy.
Yep. There's Kubfu. And then I guess so you choose like one of either one of the towers to challenge and beat, and I guess when you beat him, Kubfu evolves to whatever tower you fight in. So yeah, you have a dark type or the water type. So yep, kind of cool, kind of a cool way to do things, I guess. And the animation is pretty sick. Like, and then they showed off the Gigantamax forms of the starter Pokemon. Yeah, so you have Cinderace, Inteleon, Rillaboom. And they have their own like Gigantamax move or G-Max move where it ignores the opponent's like abilities or whatever. So that could be pretty good. So and of course there's more costumes, more cosmetic stuff. Yeah, now you can dress up as Marnie. So yeah, you can also like play around with your league card, that sort of thing, and I think there's more events coming up soonish. I don't know if they're out already, but in Sword you can get Duraludon or Caparaja, and in Shield you can get Charizard, I believe, if I'm correct, and someone else in Shield. So yep, I think that's it for the. Unless anyone else has something else to add in, I think we're good, right?
Yep.
We got some games coming out. Thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry.
Yep. I think the next time we have the podcast, I think we'll be talking about Final Fantasy VII. So that's we're getting close.
Shit, I gotta be on the podcast again.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, dude. It's the big game is coming. It is coming.
It's the big one.
Mm-hmm. The big one of this first half. So thank you guys so much. This has been episode 106. And we'll be back with Final Fantasy talk and whatever else comes out. So whatever else news pops in. And don't forget to check us out on iTunes, Spotify, and also on YouTube as well. If you want to stay updated with the podcast and stuff like that, since this is late and some of you may be confused, like what's going on and stuff like that. Yeah. So next time if you want further updates or just stay updated with the podcast and other stuff, just follow the Twitter account in the description. It's my personal Twitter account. I always, talk about some updates and stuff like that when it comes to my YouTube channel, the podcast and stuff like that, and I just retweet a bunch of random shit. So anyway, that's it for realsies. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, dude, I haven't had cherry Coke in a long time.
Yeah, bro, you got some cherry cube.
You know they came out with cherry vanilla Coke?
I did. I wanted to try it.
Yeah,
My Discord was gonna try it.